Hey friends, welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 70. I am B.
And I am Chic.
Yep, think about that.
Who are you? I think I'm Chic.
And I'm...
Yeah. You are who?
Chris.
Yeah, okay, you were
Okay.
just going to say,
That's it.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Guys, we're a little late to the party this week. We had things going on throughout the week, so this podcast is going to be a little late, right?
Yeah, it's a couple days late,
Yeah,
and a
we
big
have-
shout out to Downtown Ian,
Downtown.
because he let us know that it's late and he wasn't happy.
Yeah, you know, that's a real fan right there.
That is a real
That's
fan, man.
When
He
he
said,
knows.
why is it Thursday night and I haven't had my Adult Babies podcast
Ian's got...
yet?
Downtown has questions? I have questions for him. When are you coming on the podcast?
Yeah, Downtown.
That's a
jerk.
good question.
That's a question out to you. We hope for a response,
Yeah.
and we hope to get you on soon, buddy.
Yeah. This is we're at 70 episodes in, and now we're just talking to our friends through the podcast.
I think things have taken a turn for the worse.
This is where we've got.
But how was everybody's week?
Good. I want to get into you, Chris.
Yes.
Because you were away. You know, you're a traveling man.
I was in Spain this week.
Tell me
Really
about
great
it.
time.
I
in
wanna
You
hear
Spain.
about
do a lot of good vacations.
Dude,
I'm jealous.
Try to do everything I can.
And you do it all, like, you did it all this summer, I feel like.
Yeah, did a ton this summer.
Did a
Went
lot.
to Europe earlier in the summer. Now this one was a great, like, long weekend thing. And I told you guys off air, I think, last week. I left my phone, like, locked away the whole trip.
Nice.
And deleted social media apps.
Oh, good for you.
Well,
Why did you
that's why.
delete them?
So that I wouldn't check them.
Oh,
The whole
okay.
time.
No,
I
fair
think
enough.
it's healthy to do
I
that.
wasn't sure if you would just, you
You
know.
should do that.
You know what, though? It was
you
the
do it?
most present I've felt
Yeah. But
on
I've-
anywhere recently, honestly.
The difference is there was a time where we didn't have phones like
Well,
that.
see,
So
that's
I'm
the
new.
thing.
He's never really had that.
Yeah. I feel like I could do it again.
I could do it again. I know I can, because there are times where I put my phone down, but when I have it and it's no reason not to, I'm
Yeah.
on it a lot.
This was like my first experience ever going out without a cell phone.
Wow.
We should challenge
Went
people.
out.
Challenge people out there to go a week without using your phone other than necessities.
Yeah, other than listening to the Adult Babies podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely do that.
And then come get back to us on what your experience was like in
Yeah.
a world filled with technology.
Tell us
Get a
about
lot more
yourself.
thinking time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Get a lot more thinking
Which
time.
is good. People
It's
don't
great.
think enough. Everybody's like a robot, for Christ's sake.
Now, did you find that you not using your phone, that most people were on their phones way too much?
I noticed it at like dinners.
That's
Like you look at the other tables and people are on their
Yeah.
phones, which is something I'm totally guilty of.
Well, dinner, when I go out to dinner, I always purposely try to put my phone away.
I try to put it down. I mean, I'll look at it.
but
That I don't. I try, because that bothers me more than anything.
I hate when I see like a family out there and everybody's in the
Yeah.
phone. I try not to be that guy. Like I'll have
Especially-
my phone out and maybe I'll use it here and there. But when I'm at dinner, like me and my parents sit down almost every night and we eat, and I don't really use my phone.
Especially when there's young kids, it's like, talk to your kids.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
God.
This world is
Talk to each other.
extremely lacking in talking, which is
Oh.
why I like this podcast, because an hour every week we're forced to sit here and
Sit
just
down and
talk to
talk.
somebody and
We sit down and
converse.
talk. No, it's important. Not enough people communicate these days.
Yeah, I
And it's
totally
because
agree.
of these damn cell phones.
These damn cell phones.
You know, it is what it is. They, as great as they are, it's like, are they hurting us or helping us? Obviously,
I think
they do
they're
so
helping.
much.
Yeah, they're
It's a
helping.
solid mix.
They do so much, but they're also destroying us. Like, we're just
I
like,
think it's your relationship with it. After doing it this week again, it's like my first time
Yeah.
since being an adult without having social media on me. And normally, you guys know I'm like posting every second of my trip,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, it was a
That's
good-
actually true, because
it
I
was a
didn't
good
even
break
realize
from
you
that.
were in
Yeah.
Spain. Because
it was a
of
good break. We were tired of those
Thanks,
bitches.
that.
Hey, look, it's another wing of a plane.
But yeah, so what else? How'd it go without the phone then? Fill us in.
Well,
Yeah.
So what I realized is, I think it's really just your relationship with your phone. Like, I can have social media and my phone on me and stuff. I need to be better about not checking it
Okay.
every
Yeah.
3 seconds.
And the problem is when you have it, it's just
so
It's at your
there.
fingertips.
You're so tempted to not have a moment of just sitting.
yeah, yep.
You never have
Now
to do
the other thing is, even if you're good with your cell phone, if say you decide I'm going a week without my cell phone, you're still running into people that have a cell phone.
At their cell phone.
So
yeah.
so there's never a real. There's always a
Yeah, it's still
something
it's
to
still
remember.
there. The effect
No,
is still
well, you
out
can't
there.
get away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely can't get away from it. But so I was in Spain, and we spent like most of the week on this little coastal city with beaches and stuff.
You
Beautiful.
and your lady.
Me and my lady.
Nice.
It
Ooh.
was nice. nice. Romantic.
Did she put her phone away for the week?
She tried very hard.
All
All right.
right.
I will give her a pass on when we went out and stuff. She's like, no, I'm gonna have this on me.
Because she wants to take pictures and
Well,
stuff?
not only that, but like we went out late, like this past.
Oh, so you want to have
stay
a
out
phone
super
just in
late.
case?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm gonna have my phone on me.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It is safe too.
So that's fair. But we took a train to Madrid where we were flying out of at the end, and we spent one night there. And you know those bird scooters? You guys ever ridden those?
Of course.
What's a bird scooter? Is it just a
So
scooter?
it's like you get an app.
I have the app on my phone still. They owe me
We don't
$5.
even have them.
Well, yeah, we have in a lot of states, but not here.
Well, now without your phone, would you have been able to use this thing?
Well, when we were in Madrid, I had my phone on me because we were there for like.
See, isn't that also fucked up? You try and put your phone away and you can't even.
You can't even.
Yeah.
So these things, basically though, it's like Uber, but for these little scooters that are sitting around just on the side of the road. You pick one up, and you scan it, and you can ride the scooter, right? So this was fun. We were like a mile away from our hotel and didn't want to walk back, so we scooted. But I guess somewhere like the streets of Madrid are really tricky, and we made a wrong turn and then kept going the wrong way.
So you
But
were
it was
more
like-
than you were 5 miles away from
so
your
much
hotel.
fun, though,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
you're
They're the
going,
best.
and it's a great. You got to try riding.
Yeah,
with them.
I will.
It's awesome.
Are these the scooters that South Park made fun of, where they just use them and you could put them anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it in Portland, and they're all over the place, and I almost got hit by an Uber driver. Just the other thing, you don't realize they're not easy. They're easy to drive, but you're in the street, like
Well,
so.
why,
the
you
nice
can't-
thing
are you
about
allowed
Madrid
to
was
ride
there
it?
was no cars.
Yeah, so
in
that
Madrid, yeah.
when you're in a city, there's like
Are you allowed to drive this thing on the sidewalk, or is it a street mobile?
it's a street
It's a
thing.
street
Okay, I don't
thing,
know.
Yeah.
because they don't want you
You're supposed to
running
be in
down.
like the bike lane,
Yeah,
if there is one.
and you're supposed to wear a helmet, and I was like,
But so anyways, we take a super long wrong turn, but we're having a great time. And we finally stop. And it was like one of those scenes out of a movie where you look around and everyone's staring at you.
oh no.
And we realized we
Just a
drove
rooster
into
passing the
A
street.
town?
one of like the super Muslim neighborhoods
Ah.
in Madrid, and you're looking around and you're like,
I might get.
it was a little yikes for a second.
Yeah.
I might get decapitated.
It was like you're not in Spain anymore.
Was there ISIS flags over there?
No.
Wait, I didn't know that was.
No, I'm just curious.
This guy is really uneducated.
No,
I didn't
it
know
was-
there were.
Shut up! It was a joke.
You know what? I didn't know.
I
either.
didn't know that this was a.
But like a
thing.
lot of European cities have like Muslim. They call them ghettos. It's a different meaning from the word ghetto.
And you call me racist. They
Several
call it
years
a
here.
ghetto just because they're Muslims.
Totally different meaning. But it's like you step into the Middle East, basically.
Wow.
It's like a different world. So
So
we
how
look
was
around
it?
for like a second, and then dart.
180-degree turn and I'm right back the other way.
Just hope that scooter has enough power to get me back to.
But I'm telling you, man, it was one of those things where like we didn't
And
realize what
you
was
and
up.
your girl are like
We
the whitest
stopped.
people too.
Oh yeah,
You're like super
Oh
white.
yeah, man. We stopped and we're like, oh, this isn't right.
Something's not right.
Something doesn't seem right.
I just imagine like that music, you know, they play that. Ding ding ding.
Oh, and you guys are calling me.
No.
And you guys are calling me
No,
racist.
no, like you know, like
I
they
really
play,
don't know where he was going.
Yeah. He was going ding da da ding.
No, like they play in the movies, you know.
No.
Get yourself out of this.
I'm not trying to get.
music.
It's like Islamic music, but it's like a.
I didn't hear any of that, but I did notice like no bars.
Oh yeah.
Like no, like you,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know,
No
in
pigs.
like Madrid, there's
Don't they hate pork?
No women.
there's alcohol
women.
signs on every block. and
Every
it's, like,
woman is
here-
fully clothed over there until they're just their
wearing, like, the
eyes
dress
showing.
things.
Yeah.
These women are not showing a lot of skin over here.
They're just showing their eyes. That's it. Women got it bad in Muslim countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. Man.
That's about as much as I know.
Is that all you have?
That's all I know.
All right, guys, another hot take from Chic. Oh, it's good to be back with
I
you
was
guys.
waiting. As soon as I said that, I was like, all right, that's it. That's all I got. And that's all I got to say about
All
that.
right, there we go.
That's like Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that. Goddamn American war hero. But anyway, so yes,
Yes,
you
Forrest
got
Gump.
back.
Yeah, we made it back.
All right.
The fun
That's
part
good.
was when we were just good.
Oh man.
So what else did you do in Spain?
You make love in
really,
Spain?
Of course.
Ooh.
Oh,
This guy.
Plenty.
Ooh,
We
plenty.
actually had a baller hotel too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun.
Good views and stuff.
Like fully enclosed balcony, but you could open like the window slots of the balcony. It was
Wow.
So you could see out. Now, would you have
right, right on
beach
like
view
the main
or?
street.
Oh, it's
like,
like
the bar street.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's cool.
I always want to go. Two of the places I'd like to go to are Italy and Spain.
Yeah, but unfortunately you can't get out of Farmingdale, so that's going to be difficult.
I can get out of Farmingdale.
Yeah, well,
Those days are over.
well, you still have a hard time getting out of here.
What do you mean?
You don't like to leave.
I don't
Well,
have.
those days are over as far as
The
you-
anxiety.
yeah. I don't.
That's what I thought you were
No,
going at.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh.
As far as you just don't. You don't.
Yeah, I
leave.
don't venture out enough.
Yeah. It'd be
I
nice.
do sometimes.
I can't imagine you venturing out and you going to Europe. So.
I would love to go to Europe.
That would be
though.
hilarious.
I also don't have anybody to go to Europe with.
Go by yourself.
To
You
Europe.
should
though?
totally
I
go
went
by
to
yourself.
Ireland by myself. It was fantastic.
Going to Europe by myself was the best thing I ever did.
All right, maybe I'll think about
I've
going
been
to visit
telling
the
you,
motherland.
solo travel is the way to
I
go.
want to go
It's
solo
the
traveling in like the States and stuff. I don't know how I would
Dude,
do outside the
I
States.
highly recommend the States.
I just feel
you
like
know
I'm
what,
not
though?
good enough
Europe
with the
is
languages.
built for solo travel.
All right,
It's
fair
like
enough.
it's
I might have to take you guys up on that.
dense. Yeah, do it, chick.
I would even start with somewhere in the States.
Well, that's what I'm going to
United
say.
States has so many.
Well, that's
great
what
places.
me and you were
It's
talking about. That
Unbelievable.
my goal is to hit every state
Okay.
at some
How
point
many you got?
in my life.
Are
I've
you
done
like,
about
one of the
15.
ballpark
Do you
guys,
have
like
that-
you wanna do?
No, I've done about 15 states. I've
That's
been
awesome.
to. I'd like
That's
to
a
go
lot.
to the other ones, except for Alaska.
You don't want to go to Alaska?
I don't want to go all the way to Alaska. I have something. I don't want to go all the way.
But you want to go to
Why?
Europe?
Well, because one, Europe's probably closer. I feel
It might
like.
be, yeah.
Two, I have no desire to be in the freezing cold with nothing there.
See, so my
Like the
friend that's
scenic
actually
stuff.
there now.
I know it's scenic and it's beautiful.
I feel
Everyone
like
says.
you like watching eagles. He's there
Yeah.
now though. He's saying it's like 90 degrees.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never knew Alaska got warm.
It's not supposed to.
So now with global warming,
Yeah.
maybe the chances of me going to Alaska are
Yeah.
more likely. It's really because of the cold and like as much as it's scenic and I know it's beautiful. Probably I'm not bashing it. It's just not something that I really.
It's not your
Right.
It's not my thing.
All right.
If
so-
that's say I went to, I've already been to Hawaii. That's say I went to the other 48 states, and that was the last one left. I would probably have to do it just to knock it
of
off.
course.
You'd have to.
My goal is how am I going to convince myself to go to like the Dakotas?
Well, you're not.
That's a rough.
This is a pipe dream. This is never gonna happen.
And what happened
He's
if
a little
I?
bit of a dream killer today.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
Because I know he's not gonna do this.
No, I would bet money.
You're
he's
not.
gonna do it.
That's not.
You know what the States one? I feel like he might do.
Listen,
You think he
I
would?
feel like he's more of a road trip guy than getting
the
on a
only
plane.
thing stopping me from
Yeah.
doing this traveling is my
Lack of money.
Financial
yes,
situation.
the financial situation.
Yeah.
If and when that improves,
Mm-hmm.
I will be I will be traveling more.
You're gonna blow
And I don't have
on
a
big
girlfriend, so
road
I'll be
trip.
going
We're
solo.
gonna take the
I
podcast.
I would love it if you did that. I think
I really would.
I think that'd be great.
Right now, yes, it's not a feasible thing.
You know what,
and looking at how I'm living my life, yeah, it's not like, oh my god, this kid's gonna do it. But if the plan in my head pans out like I plan it to, I will be eventually be going on some.
I think that would be great for all of us
Awesome.
if you just took a long trip and
Didn't come
didn't
back.
come back. No, you just stayed in the Dakotas. No, we,
You know
we
what,
would
B?
never happen.
You're really rubbing me the wrong way
I
today.
know. I can see you looking at me. You can tell.
I'm just sitting there like,
I know.
I hate you.
I know,
No,
I
I
can
love
see
you,
it.
B, but I feel like you had a rough day at work and now you're taking it out.
I didn't have a
on
rough
us.
day at work. I just had a long day at work.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, that's why we usually. I'm like dead by the end of. a
That's what
long
I'm saying.
day.
I feel like you're taking it out on me.
I'm not taking it out on you. I'm happy.
This is love.
I'm happy.
He's
Actually,
just killing all my pipe dreams.
well, you know, I'm setting some reality to it.
Well, yeah, at this moment, it's not looking good.
We tried to get you out last night. That's
It was my mother's birthday. I would have been there regardless. We were out until 9:30 celebrating my mom's
Where'd
birthday.
you guys go?
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, happy
Love
birthday,
you.
Mr.
Chick.
You're the best. We
Where
had a great time.
what'd you guys do?
Which also why, you know what? I'm going to get into my mother's birthday a little bit. Because I got probably the best gift I've ever gotten her,
Oh, nice.
in my opinion.
Would you get her?
An apartment for yourself?
You're really on a roll tonight, Pete. No, and I can't take credit for it. My
Wait, so how'd you get her the
Oh.
best gift?
He
I
wrote
can't
his
take
name on
credit.
somebody else's
I
gift.
can't take credit for the idea.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
at
okay,
work.
all right.
I was at
That's
work,
fair.
and I was asking one of the secretaries there, help me out here. I got to figure out something to get my mother. I don't want to get her the
Fill me
normal
out.
bullshit that I get, like
Right.
I want something different. She's like,
What do you
why don't
normally
you get
get?
like a cooking class? No, I'm like more of a sentimental like
you make her a
things.
card.
No, I don't make. I find very good cards.
Okay.
But I'm like a sentimental guy. I don't get like the funny stuff. I get like nice
The
things.
stuff that means something.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So I was like, you know what? Let's do something. Me and my mother, and she's like, why don't you get her like a cooking class or something like that? And I was like, you know what? I'm a terrible cook. It'll probably be fun, and yeah, let's do it. So me and my mother in September, I booked it. We're going to make empanadas and sangria.
Empanadas.
Empanadas and
Nice.
sangria. So
That's
cooking
awesome.
class.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's like a 2.5
That is a
hour
great
cooking
idea.
class. Right? It's a good
And I
idea.
can't wait to hear all about it.
That's what the other thing is. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
no,
explain.
it's gonna be great.
Because I am a terrible cook, or I don't know if maybe I'm a good cook.
Maybe you are.
You might be a good cook.
I might be. I could cook a good
Guys
breakfast.
that like to eat
That's the
are
thing,
usually
bro,
good
yeah.
cooks.
I could cook a
You're gonna
good
know what tastes
breakfast,
good.
and I'm gonna know what I like. So that's the only thing that really gets me going about cooking is that I'm gonna be able to put what
And you're
I
gonna
want
love
in it.
empanadas,
I
man.
love
It's like a
empanadas.
meal to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love
It
that.
comes in
man.
its own casing.
The only thing I don't care for is a sangria, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get a little.
What is a sangria? Now that's like wine.
It's wine
And, like,
usually
fruit.
like club
Isn't it like a
soda
fruit punch or
and,
something like that?
I know, like you
No, it's
chop a bunch
wine,
of fruit
they
up.
put fruit in it. And, like,
That's
let
what
the
it is,
fruit
there's
sit,
fruit
and
in
they
it.
usually add like club soda.
Can I tell you that's one of my biggest turnoffs is having things floating around in my drink.
Yeah, not cool.
Even though it's
Not
purposely
cool, man.
done, I just don't like.
Really?
I like a good lemon, like a lemon slice.
I like a lemon slice.
I don't like a
a
lemon
fresh
slice.
squeezed orange juice.
I don't like anything where when I take a sip of my liquid that something might be in there,
Like-
Oh, wow.
even if it's supposed to be.
Like pulp. Or,
Yeah, like pulp and stuff. I hate
I
it.
kind of like pulp.
Yeah.
Oh, you would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I can't stand pulp.
You strike me as like a Sunny D type of guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever tried Sunny D in
No
my life.
way.
By the way, where's that sun kiss I got you? You made me get you.
Oh wow, I put it in the fridge. I forgot to get it. I'm
Was
sorry.
it not cold enough?
No, I put it in there because whatever, bro.
No.
Did the mountains not turn blue?
You know what?
I'm
It's,
stockpiling Sunkiss in the.
That's why I feel like I have no problem coming here and bringing you a sun kiss, but I tend to feel that you're like bring me a sun kiss like for tomorrow. Like if you're gonna have it here with me, it's fine. But like
I am gonna
Like,
do.
You're doing this grocery shopping.
Yeah,
I
for
put
him.
it in the fridge because I was going to be eating
No,
soon,
shit,
and I
how
thought I was
many-
going to eat after the show. Then I
Okay.
got it, and now I forgot to get it.
Are you
because
like,
I'm-
do you stock up on Sunkiss for the week? Like, do you
No,
get the
I
packs
got.
of them?
I'm a daily guy.
You're a
I get
daily
it.
guy?
I get it
Alright.
as needed.
Okay.
I'm an as needed person. I don't have the money to buy in bulk. Do we not? Do we have to go over my
Cheaper
finances
to buy
always?
in bulk.
yeah.
It is cheaper to buy in bulk,
Yeah,
but when you don't have money,
significantly.
it's hard to spend that bulk pricing
Up front.
up
Alright.
front.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So,
So,
you know what? Also, this is. You know what? I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I seen a good friend. Not actually. Let me rephrase it. I seen a friend of mine from high school that I haven't seen in a while.
So not a good friend.
No, I just
Well,
wouldn't.
you rephrased it. He was a good friend. You
Well,
rephrased it. Now he's not
when
a
I
good
refer to good friends, it's somebody that I hang out with a lot, and I don't. So that wouldn't. It was just a friend of mine from high school. I always, we always
Back in
friends.
the day,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a friend from back in the day.
friend. Mediocre friend.
And we'll call, hey, how you doing? See, we'll see what's up. I ran into him, and he's gonna retire in 5 years. And I just thought, like, wow.
what? From where?
He got into his job. It's a 25-year retirement thing. He got in super early,
It doesn't have,
and that really kicked me in the stomach.
yeah.
Not like doing it on purpose. I was happy for him. I said, "Oh, God bless you, man. Good for
Yeah.
you." And then I was leaving. I'm like 25 years away from retirement.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just
Yes.
kind of hit me. I just felt like bringing that up.
Well, you get stuff.
That's when you see the decisions you make over the
Yeah.
decisions of other people.
I know. So you're like rubbing your legs
It's
like you're
I'm
a
getting
cicada.
eaten alive by
What's happening
mosquitoes.
over
here?
I've just got an itch. I'm sorry.
He's like a cricket over here, just rubbing his legs together.
But yeah, so that was like. Do you guys ever meet anybody in the same age and ask them what they're doing and just? I mean, you had to.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're still
for
fairly
me,
young, I guess.
Yeah,
but
some of my friends have jobs, some of them don't. You know,
Yeah.
like, well, not just like permanent jobs. You know, like
Right.
careers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're a good, probably 10 years away from where you see the decisions that you made
Yeah.
now, like
Effective.
effective.
I was thinking, like, wow, if I would have just took a civil service test out of high school and realized I wasn't built for corporate America.
Well, you know, I forget. It was on some podcast. I think I was listening to. God, you ever start like listening to podcasts and be like,
so many,
am I like, is that somebody I talked to? Is that an original thought that I had, or is it a podcast?
Isn't that rough? You ever like listen to a podcast and then kind of like throw your own thought out of what they're saying?
I don't listen.
And then you're like, I don't know if I thought about this, but whatever it was, so I think I heard it somewhere else, but somebody was talking about how schools should be more instead of. Now, you know, go to college. I get that's all great.
Yeah.
But also give kids another option. Like, you know what? Be a
teacher,
or
a lot of
not even
a
a teacher,
police
but
officer, or fireman,
apprenticeship,
or a
like,
laborer,
like construction.
Yeah,
I think apprenticeship should be a thing.
There's a lot of things you could do in life and make good livings on that they don't talk about in school.
They don't talk about that stuff. And it's like for a lot of kids,
they should also offer more trade testing and things like that in high school, so you don't have to be like,
call the superintendents. I think we got ideas.
I didn't pass, you know, I screwed up and I can't get into college. Now what do I do? It's like, start telling these people that if you want, if you like handiwork or you want to do that, you could start in high school getting ready for a labor job.
Some people are smart enough to get into that, but then a lot of people like.
Well, it's not even if they're smart enough. You're 17, 18 years old.
Well, I think that's a smart decision.
The guidance you have, though, really.
But I think the people, and that's part of my thing, was at some point he realized when he was that age, like if I take the civil service, I could retire at a relatively early age.
Yeah.
And I think that's not something they tell people.
No, and that's a smart thing that he
realized at that age.
I also think it's cool, though, like, parents. It really depends on the parents you have too, being in your ear and being
sometimes
like, this
pushing
would be
college,
a good decision.
Right. Sometimes pushing college too much doesn't let them realize that maybe there's something else that they might want to do.
Competitive.
There's just a thing in high school where it's like, well, you got to get into a good college and all that, but
oh my God, it's
not necessarily for everybody.
My brother's 16,
and the college you went to
is starting.
But even the college you go to doesn't matter as much. Like the people who do get degrees always think it has to be from this great college. If you get a degree's a degree, no matter where you're from. I would take a degree from any school, right?
You know what I mean? In like the degrees and stuff, I think really only comes down to like networking.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
The good colleges sometimes will give you a bigger network.
Yeah, I think.
I'm not saying there's no plus to going to a better school, but I don't think it's as bad going.
Schools have like the same teachers, professors.
It's just
and
there's just
when
not
I was going
enough.
to Farmingdale, she was like one of them. They would bounce back.
Yeah, they're like between NYU and here.
There's just not enough. Yeah, like
I'm not saying college is a bad choice at all.
But it's not for everybody.
But I think it's just pushed too much.
You have to figure out what works for you. You know?
And that was the thing. Part of the problem, amongst other personal decisions that I made that were bad, I went to school for however many years thinking that was the answer, and I hated school.
You hated it?
I hated it.
And did you even know what you were like?
No, I had no idea what it was.
Speaking my language.
How many people? So I was doing it, and I went to school for 7 years.
No shit.
And got 80-something credits.
That's enough.
That's more than an associate's, but because I didn't get it, I wasn't going for my associates. I never got the associate's degree, so I don't have the correct classes for an associate's. I was going for my bachelor's. So now, if I want to go back, it's not that far away to graduate. But now I'm like, what's the point other than just to say I did it? So to me, there's no point for me to go back.
It really depends on what you're trying to do.
There's
so many people that I know that graduated and they're doing something that they didn't need to go to college for.
I mean, that's one thing even recently I've been thinking about. Like, oh, I kind of wish, because I didn't really want to go to college, but it was like, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
And I went
Did
to
you
Nassau.
ever go?
Yeah, I went to Nassau for like 2.5, 3 years. And switched major or focus like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, I should have just waited and gone.
I think one of the best things people could do is wait 1 year out of high school before you make a decision.
I should have waited and then figured out what I wanted to do, because I would have gone for like film or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the other thing. I realized the things that I enjoy that I couldn't. There's things now, like if I had it all back, and I know just getting into this podcast is something that, but coming out of high school, I would have went into the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
You still should do that.
I'm not saying these things are far-fetched.
I've been thinking about taking like one class. I don't care about the credit.
But everyone's like, oh, you got a big mouth, you like to talk, you should be like a lawyer or a salesman. But that's not, like, I'm a big mouth and I like to talk, and I can do some sales.
You got opinions too.
But I have opinion. I feel like I wish somebody in high school was like, you know what would be good for you? radio, or just to throw something, and then like everything was always college.
The first thing they would teach you in radio is to keep that microphone in front of your face.
Yeah, I've been much better with
I'm
that.
thinking about getting into radio.
I like the other mics better.
I know.
Mic skills.
Now that
I like the other. I could have learned this in the Connecticut School
we're
of
holding mics
Broadcasting.
tonight, so I'm just watching.
I've been trying to do pretty good.
The ghost of T. Briz is coming out and watching you just move the microphone around.
He is jumping out of his skin as Chick talks like this. He's like, I think I do a really good job in radio.
I got a big mouth. Like, you good in radio, you know? I do. All right.
But it's just not even saying that would have worked out from the get-go. It was never even an option to me. It was school or civil service, like a cop and a fireman, which I didn't want to do.
And they didn't want you either.
There's such like a pushback to that stuff in school. I feel like too. Like, oh, you're never gonna make it in radio.
You're gonna be a laborer your whole life. Like, you know what? I wish I was. I wish I was in a union and a
you
laborer.
make great money.
Yeah, like they used to bash things like unless you're going to college, you're gonna be doing something that you don't want. Like, fuck that. Anybody who's listening.
And how do they know that that's not what you that's what you don't want? There's people that do that.
Presumptuous.
Yeah, there's people that do that and love it. They love to work outside.
I agree.
They love to work with their hands.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
It's just something.
But you don't remember? You don't think in high school they
Of
pushed?
course
No,
they
that's
did.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying me.
But as for them, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
why wouldn't they? Like, they
Why
just
would you
assume.
encourage that? You need that for a society.
Well,
to
yeah,
work.
when you do need it
You need
anyway.
that.
Not
Yeah.
everybody's built to go in an office and
No,
you know
there are
work a 9
some
to 5
people
like
I
that.
know who went to college that are still dumb as dog shit.
And I think there's
And,
some
like,
people who know what they want in high school. It's
yeah.
not for everybody, but some
There's a
people
select
really.
few people that know, and it's just everybody's so different when it comes down to it. That's why the standardized tests, all it's just like
a
what.
weird time
Yeah.
in your life too. Like,
Oh.
to be picking.
We've said this before.
God.
I was a different person when I was in high school. I don't know that guy anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I wasn't myself. I wasn't who I would eventually be. I like it, and I feel like that's
Well, and
the
that
same
must
for a
be,
lot
I
of people.
feel the same way, and I'm 10 years younger
Right.
than you. So I can't imagine how I'm gonna
Yeah.
feel in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's.
And I know people who went to school, they graduated in 4 years, did the right thing, they're working in an office, they make good money, and they still hate their jobs.
Yeah.
And it's because right out of college, they went to school, there was never really an option to do something other than I went to school for finance, I'm going to get a job, some sort of finance, and I know I'll make good money.
That's something that's always scared the shit out of me, and I think why I stopped chasing stuff like that. I don't want to just make money but be miserable.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough
You know, like
situation. Yeah.
Like one of my friends works in finance. He fucking hates his job.
Yeah, and that's-
commutes 2 hours to Jersey City every day.
And
And
yeah,
back.
and that's been
2
my
hours.
problem too. I've
There's
been
a lot of
miserable in a
people that
lot of
hate-
jobs.
Oh,
I've
there's
had.
a lot of people that hate their job.
Fucking off myself.
You have to.
It's true.
Somebody once said you have to like keep quitting things until you find
It's
something.
the only
that you don't
good thing
quit.
I've done is I've been through enough jobs now where I know what I hate and
Yeah.
whatever. But
And that's
I
good.
mean, it's cool
That
and
is
good.
good, though,
But
yeah.
now I'm getting to a point where I eventually I do have to settle down with something.
You do, but I don't think
Podcasting, bro.
the days. But also the days of working the same job for
30 years.
30
kinda
years
over,
and
too.
leaving
over.
with a gold watch or over. That's not just.
Doesn't exist
It-
anymore.
Yeah.
You can't even if you wanted to. Most of these companies are like,
It's
all right,
not
he's
an
getting
option.
older. Let me lay him
Exactly.
off before I
And
have to give
also,
him a
what
nice
a
pension.
boring life that
Oh
would be,
my
working the
God.
same damn thing for. Like,
Oh my.
I would rather.
Unless you have the type of job where it gives you something different. to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah. of
how
course.
many jobs are like that?
Well,
When
I'm
I-
saying like a laborer's job. You're not working on the same
Yeah,
thing
that's
your
true.
whole time. You're doing
When I
different
say
places.
that,
I'm
there's
talking
certain.
more office type.
Oh no.
There's certain jobs where working 30 years and it's but if you're doing something that some regular office job that you're just stuck in the same cubicle for 30 years.
Doing the same thing with no room for improvement. Maybe
There's
a
plenty
small
of-
increase in pay
There's
every
plenty
year.
of careers where you work 30 years and you can have a great life
Yeah.
and you can enjoy it. But
You have to be wired to be able to do that.
yeah,
And you have to be able to move up and move around in it. No people
Yeah.
stay in the same spot in a company
Yeah.
that long.
that's true.
You usually start somewhere and you move to this and that, so there's a little bit of change to your daily activity. But
But you
yeah.
gotta be wired to be able to eat shit 5 days a week just to enjoy
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
And I always say, it took me too long to realize what I didn't want to do, to be honest.
Maybe not.
With school, I wasted a lot of years in school when I knew it wasn't for me, and I
Yeah.
probably should have just went and
Yeah,
tried to get
I
into
feel
a
the same
union
way
or
with
something like
with,
that.
with like going to college.
I'm not sitting here saying I'm too old to bounce back now. I'm just saying that I could have stopped certain things I was doing and realized this wasn't for me without delving more into it and just digging the hole deeper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, that comes with experience, though. You have to sort of go through it.
And this was
That
a
is
whole
perspective.
conversation that driven because one person just was doing, and I ran into a friend who's going to be retiring in 5 years, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
totally opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And God bless him. Good
That
for
is
him.
crazy. though.
Good for him.
Yeah.
though. That-
Well, yeah, no, and when it wasn't no
Congratulations,
jealousy
friend.
or anything, it was just like, you know, like
Yeah.
good for you
Yeah.
figuring out what you wanted right after the bat, because now you know you could, and now you could go out and do another job and kind of work at your own, you know, your own pace. And
Hey, well, you know what
many-
they say, right?
what?
Different strokes for different folks. Have you guys
Exactly.
ever heard
I
that
have
saying?
heard that.
I love that
From
saying.
you.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Great show.
Yeah. Different strokes. Chris,
B.
I want to ask you another
Oh,
question.
okay.
Did you
I,
you sent us a text this morning?
Oh, that's
I'm very
right,
excited
B.
to talk about this on the podcast.
Yes,
Yeah, I
B
wanna hear-
sends us a text this morning that says, I just almost got into an altercation.
Chris did, not B.
Oh, I said B, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Chris sent us a text, me and B this text this morning saying he almost got into an altercation.
Had a little incident.
And
Yeah,
me and
so
B
what
stopped him because we wanted him to explain
know.
it now.
Well, I texted you guys that so that I remembered I have
Yeah.
to talk about this on the show.
I wish the text was I did get into an altercation.
Exactly.
But,
I wish it was you guys would have no idea what just happened. I got into a
Honestly,
fight.
but yeah, I want
I
to
was
hear.
okay with
I
it.
want to hear.
I was feeling strong. I work at that drugstore, right?
Yeah.
Right outside the drugstore, I don't know if you guys know Massapequa Park Village
Yeah.
that well. There's
I
a
hate it.
crosswalk.
I'm joking.
There's a crosswalk, and it's like there's a sign that says like you have to stop at the cross. It's basically a stop sign.
Okay.
When people,
When
pedestrians
people
are,
are crossing.
yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to mail something or whatever, and I go stop at the crosswalk because I don't trust people, right?
Mhm.
And this guy starts slowing down and waving me on, right, to
Yeah,
cross the
Of
street.
course, yeah.
As I'm starting to step into the crosswalk, steps on the gas, almost hits me.
What?
Yeah, almost hits me, and then pulls to the side, and just kind of like in the street still a little bit. Opens his window. He's like, "Bro, I almost hit you."
What?
And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
You did almost. You did, you asshole.
You did. What the fuck are you doing?"
I-
And I was like,
I have a couple questions.
shook.
How old are we? Is
I'm gonna
this-
say mid-40s.
Italian guy from Massapequa.
Italian guy from Massapequa.
He's a Chic.
Mid-40s.
All right, because right away I'm thinking
Golf
old
shirt.
man, but then you said bro.
Golf shirt. He's probably on his
Golf
way to
shirt.
Peninsula because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I'd say mid-40s, 50s.
What kind of car?
Really nice, like Mercedes.
Oh my god.
Like
He works in
SUV.
sanitation.
Yeah,
He's
some
an
shit like
Italian
that.
fucking schmuck from
Yeah,
Massapequa.
you belong in the
I'm gonna get to
garbage.
that too. So he pulls over. I'm like, "What the fuck, man?
Fucking
You
tough
saw,
guy.
you waved me on." He's like, "Bro, you're not paying attention. You're a fucking schmuck." I'm like,
He called
fuck.
you a
Yeah,
schmuck.
which I've never been called before because it's
A
2019.
schmuck is you know what a schmuck is.
No, and I don't give a fuck, dude.
Hey, you schmuck. It's hilarious.
Isn't that
a
the Jewish
hilarious
word for
thing that
penis?
people used
Yeah,
to
I
say.
think so. Ugh.
So he's calling me that. I'm like, whatever, man. And I just started laughing. I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, still
I would have
shaking a
lost
little
my
bit.
mind if
yeah.
I were you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to diffuse also, right?
No, but this is
So
the
I'm like
thing.
shaking a little bit because I almost get hit by a car. So I'm
No,
like,
I know,
whatever.
I get it.
And I'm just, and I do that, and I'm waving him on, and I start walking away. He's like, "You fucking wise ass, and knock those glasses off your face."
Oh,
He's like,
he's ready to
taunting
go.
me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "You fucking heard me." I'm like, "Dude, you almost hit me." I'm like, "You almost
What a
hit
fucking
me.
tough guy
What the
coming
fuck?"
after some young.
Now he
oh.
gets out of the car,
Oh no.
and this is when I started feeling.
Did you get
confident.
scared?
I was a little nervous. He got out of the car. You know what skinny fat is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This guy was built like he's probably like 5'8", 5'9".
yeah.
Everything up here, stickly, right?
Yeah.
Little bit of a beer gut. though.
Yeah.
I got this guy.
He's a fat piece of shit
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
fucking.
I got this guy, man.
Oh.
I'm like, he steps out of the car. I'm like, "Oh, come here,
Yeah.
let's do it." Right? Like,
Now I see you out of the car. Let's
I'm
go,
feeling
tough
fucking
guy.
strong. I had a killer workout last night. Like, oh, dude, let's do it.
Chris, I'd love to see
Let's
you.
do it.
Why look
I
at
was getting
you?
amped.
Did you say
I was
anything
ready
back?
to kill this motherfucker, right? And I'm looking around like there's witnesses, right? I'm gonna let him hit me first. Like this is all running
That's
through
what
my
you gotta
head.
do.
I'm gonna let him hit me first.
Just let him
and then
throw
I'm gonna
first. Doesn't have to
ruin-
land.
I'm gonna ruin this guy's fucking life. That's what I'm thinking in my head, right? He almost hit me with his car. Fuck him.
Yeah.
And then he's coming at me, right? And he's getting in my face, yelling, whatever. And then one of like the Massapequa Park village guys comes over and
Oh.
like steps in front of him and pushes him. But but it was like this close.
Oh,
Wow.
But I'm telling you, like
That aggravates me
I was
so
seeing
much.
red, man.
Because he's
this guy
completely wrong.
completely.
Did you yell back? Because I don't know if
I was like laughing.
See, and that's the
I try to
difference.
be I try to be dismissive.
Yeah,
I try to like my.
I would have to
I'm not
like.
a-
I would have to throw some jabs.
I
I would have said something right off the bat when he was in his
I was,
car.
like,
Probably,
insulting
I
him
know
and stuff.
myself,
Yeah.
and it would have escalated quicker.
I was calling him silly
Yeah, you're
and
silly.
like laughing at him. And
See, I'm not the guy to
I'm
try and I would be
I'll
the guy
push
going
button.
like, "Fuck you,
Yeah.
tough guy. You were wrong. Like you almost hit me. Like
well, I told him you almost hit me, but I'm not like a throw insults guy. I'm more.
See,
of a,
that could almost
dismissive.
that
Oh,
could
it's
almost
worse.
be worse.
almost
Like
worse.
when you're
Yeah.
laughing and be like, "All right, you're silly."
He's getting in my face.
well, that's
and
why
I'm
the
like,
guy got so mad at him.
Yeah.
He's got that
It's
tough
being
guy,
dismissive.
fake Italian over here. Oh, I'm so tough. I got a
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'm a little thankful that guy broke it up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't need to get into
Yeah,
a fight.
I don't want
yeah,
to get
you
into a
don't- you
fight,
don't
but
want-
I was.
It's one of those things
if
where
it came
You
to,
don't really want him to knock your
I
glasses
really
off.
don't want him to do that, but if it
What a
came to that,
fucking
I was
asshole.
feeling like
Ugh.
I fucking got this.
Yeah. Oh my god. That
But
bothers
no,
me.
even
sitting
talking
here.
about
That does bother me,
riled up,
and that actually gets me annoyed too. And
That's why
not
when
even.
I texted you guys, I was like, amped. I was
Yeah.
like, let's do the show right
Oh
now.
my god.
That's amazing. What a fucking douche.
I
That's
know.
the problem with all these people, especially all, and you know what, there's a ton of those out here in Long Island. Everybody's a tough
It's
guy.
such a Long Island
And listen,
thing.
I'm a big mouth too.
I can't deal with you.
I'm getting eaten alive, so I'm using the chair to itch myself.
For people that are listening and are
You
watching,
have to-
he's
yeah.
just itching. Like on now.
I'm getting eaten alive right now.
Well, how about you wear some sleeves or something? I don't know. Maybe a pant. He's taking his like he's a bear in the
he's
woods.
like scratching.
like he's on the back of a tree, like a grizzly bear, just scratching his back.
That's what I feel like right now. I feel like I'm on
look
Animal
like
Planet
that.
right now.
He's 1 second from using the microphone to scratch his pits.
Tough to watch. Oh God.
Well, but yeah, I was shocked. One, that you even came close to getting into a fight. Because you just don't seem like someone who gets into altercations.
I don't seem like
often.
that. I think I have that.
Okay.
I have that
Hey, everybody's
sometimes.
got a little
Yeah.
bit of it.
Yeah.
Well, I have it when I need it. I feel like I was on the right, so I was like,
Yeah, you are
yeah,
100%.
like I got this.
Plus,
Plus,
the
once
other
I
thing,
saw him, I
you
was
were
like,
completely correct. That's the one
Once
thing.
I saw him, though,
Dude,
man.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was fucking annoying, and it just I don't know.
I'm glad somebody
His
else
whole
on the
demeanor
podcast
pissed
almost
me
got
off.
into a fight other than me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Well, you're rubbing off on
I
Chris.
know.
Good.
Spending too much time with you.
You should, and you should have told that guy he's a prick with a
Now-
little dick.
I
I
didn't see his dick though.
Doesn't matter.
I had a little
You
bit
just
of a
assumed the
crazy
worst.
week myself. I think we talked last week about trying to. I was trying to buy a car.
Yeah, we
Did
talked
did we
about
get
this,
into
Well,
that?
we talked about how.
What's going on?
B, just go.
We
Well,
talked about recapping from last week.
All right, so I tried to buy a car
You tried
last
to buy a
week.
car. You tried to buy a car by yourself
Yes,
without your father.
yes. So this week comes around, and I once again try to buy a car with my dad. Didn't work out. Didn't get a good deal. Whatever. So I had
Didn't get a good deal.
So I had my
That's
dad.
all that went wrong.
What? That's lingo for my dad stormed out on 3 places and yelled at a car salesman. So
All via phone.
yeah. So now Monday I have off Mondays. So I'm like Monday I'm gonna go in and I'm like I want to get if I'm gonna spend a little more money. I'm making a little more money now. I'm gonna get what I want. I'm not a big car guy, but I love the Jeep Wrangler. What I had it a few years ago. I loved it. It was, it was great. So, I go into the Jeep dealership, and I go in there with confidence again, and I talk to the guy. I find a good deal on a Jeep. Find a great deal on a Jeep. They're gonna get it to me right away.
New one?
It's a brand new.
Nice.
It's 2-door. Now the specific Jeep I want, I want a 2-door Jeep with a stick shift and a soft top.
Stick
Cool.
shift.
Yeah.
I never knew you knew how to drive stick.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that either. That's
Yep.
cool.
I wouldn't trust you with stick.
Well, I've been driving stick for a while.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You do a lot of driving, right?
Yeah.
Why would you want a stick? I feel like it sucks in traffic.
It's not terrible. It's, again, I say this not being a big car guy, but there's something fun about driving a
Oh,
stick.
I don't doubt that.
You really feel like you're driving it. I don't know. I love it, especially with the Jeep.
All right, fair enough. I was just curious.
I
I never learned how to drive stick.
I think it's something everybody should learn how to do.
I think everybody should learn, and I agree with you because I never did.
I learned. One of my earlier cars, I had an Acura with a stick. So I learned fairly when I was young, and when I got the Wrangler, I just loved it in stick. It was just like it's like a truck. You could take the top off. It's awesome in the summer. You could take it on the beach. It's just a fun car, and but they're popular and they're expensive, and you can't get a good deal on them. And the exact one I want is the guy was like, it's a diamond in the rough. They're hard to find.
What do you mean though? They don't just.
Did you call the guy?
I didn't. Okay. No, I probably should have, and we'll get to it.
But I don't understand that. How are they hard to find? Don't you just go to the dealership and?
Yeah, they're not.
They don't make a ton of them.
They don't make a ton. They're just a special.
They're like, okay.
It's a very specific kind.
I don't know
Limited
about
edition.
cars.
Yeah, I don't either. This is again. I say this with prefacing. I am not a car guy, but this is what I just really like the Jeeps.
Someone the other day told me I look like a car guy, and I am the worst.
You kind of do look like a car guy.
Yeah,
if you put on like a sleeveless vest,
you look like a grease monkey.
Like a sleeveless flannel vest or something like that.
Yeah.
Jeans,
it's
and
funny
like a
because I'm
chain.
totally
You know what
not
else
a
you
car
look
guy.
like?
Yeah.
The type of guy that wears a chain on his jeans.
Yeah. Like
Come
a chain wallet.
The
Yeah.
Jankos with the chain.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, I never had a pair of Jankos.
So
But
anyway,
anyway.
I'm going to now. I want to ask you guys one question. Do you Google people often?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
all the
yeah.
time.
So
I'm more of a Facebook. I find them on Facebook to see and judge them.
Okay.
I'll probably do more social media, but
I do that all the time. I go into and I see somebody and then I see if I
if
can
it's
find
like a
them on
company, I
Facebook.
would Google.
okay.
Well, because I think you can tell a lot about a person when you see their Facebook profile.
Yeah.
Sorry to deter from this.
No,
but
not at all.
What happens is I run into people and you see them at work and you see them one way.
Right.
So my big thing is I like to check people's Facebooks out as much as you can see to see what type of person they might be.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it's a good thing. I
agree.
That's all it is.
So the reason why I asked that, if I'm dealing with something business wise, like if I'm buying a car, I Google everything. Like I Google the guy who's helping me because maybe I want to see reviews. I want to see all this stuff.
But do you also think that sometimes a review could just be one person?
It could be. It could be.
And then it will kind of get in the way of you bargaining with this person?
I try to read the reviews and decide, because I agree, I think a lot of reviews are bullshit, because I don't know anyone who writes good reviews.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
And I try to
Especially on
decide,
car
like,
dealerships. I've learned that in the last few weeks.
I bet that's
Why would you talk about a car if it's good?
But like, for
You don't say
restaurants
anything.
and
Like, yeah,
stuff,
You move on with
But-
your day.
But I wanted to Google. I don't know. I'm like, let me Google this guy. So anyway, I'm in the place and I'm I'm by myself, so I'm not with my dad. I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous.
I'm not with my dad, so I'm nervous.
My dad is boarding a flight to DC,
And you can't even talk to him.
I am calling him. He's going through like the checkpoints, and I'm like, I think I have a good deal. The numbers are right. It's in Pennsylvania. They have to go get it, and they can have it by the end of the week. And my dad's like, all right, make sure everything's right. You know the questions to ask. My dad's like almost
Your
coaching.
dad's basically saying, Brendan, you can do this.
Yeah, he's coaching me. And then I'm like, Dad, can you talk to him? So I gave the guy my phone. Did
this guy make fun of you like the last guy?
No, he didn't. No, he
Oh,
didn't.
that's nice.
Because this guy's about to close on a deal. You don't give a fuck.
This guy's got an erection
So-
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, sure, I'll talk to you, Dad. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it goes great. I have in Pennsylvania. This is Monday afternoon. I leave. I have a 2-door Jeep Wrangler, red, stick shift. Couldn't get a soft top.
Red?
Yeah. Couldn't get a soft
Kind
top.
of red.
It's called Firecracker Red.
Oh
but
my god.
but we're very early on
Okay.
this. We're early on
Okay,
this.
things are changing.
I had to get the hard top. They didn't have the soft top, but I'm like, all right, the deal was good.
Does the hard top still go back?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it comes
Oh,
right
okay,
off.
so you can still. All right.
Yep. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, I can't believe this is worked out. Like, it's a very good price. I get the window sticker and everything. It's going to be delivered. They're going to Pennsylvania to get this truck for me. And I'm looking at all week. I'm like excited. I can't wait. I'm looking through everything. Come Thursday night.
Isn't that tonight?
I'm sorry, Wednesday night. No, Tuesday night.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
So it's only one day after
the next night.
the next night. Jesus, me. He's so excited for half a day.
I'm losing my mind. Yeah.
I was like, it's Thursday right now.
You're right. So Tuesday night, I'm going in the train. I'm taking the train to meet my friend in the city. I'm Googling I'm like, why is this so cheap? Why is this so cheap? I'm pulling into Penn Station, and I pull up on my phone. Well, I pull up on my phone. I'll get back to the Googling the guy after this. But I pull up on my phone, the Jeep that I got, it doesn't come with an air conditioner. I signed a deal on a Jeep with no AC.
How?
Why?
A 2019.
Why does a 2019 not have an AC?
Certain Jeeps don't come with ACs.
Because of the drop back? Is that like...
No, nothing because of that. It's just, I get a bare bones. I even have like roll-up windows and all that stuff on my Jeeps. But this particular one...
This car sounds like it sucks.
This sounds like one of those things where it's like, it sucks, but everyone loves it for some reason.
Everybody
so it's
loves
really
it because they can get the top down and it's Jeep.
You have to...
Who wants to roll up your fucking windows?
I don't mind rolling
up
the windows.
I want a future car.
I don't mind rolling up the windows.
This is a terrible idea.
But no, there's something great about it. And
There's nothing great about that.
Swear by
I ask for the roll down windows.
It's just mind-boggling. You can get this car and get it souped up.
You could. Well, that's the thing with this car. Like, people get them bare bones to like fix it how they want it. It's
so
like
you're gonna put an AC in.
Well, no.
Does it have heat?
Of course.
Okay.
How does it have heat and not AC? Isn't it the same thing? And
it doesn't have Freon, I guess. It doesn't have that thing. So I'm like, oh no. But because I want bare bones. But I want AC. I sweat. So now I'm freaking out. And my friend's like, well, that's gonna screw you up with when they turn the AC. When everything fogs up, you turn that cold air gets rid of that. So I'm gonna be fogging up in the rain. So I'm freaking out, right? But I
feel like hot air gets
rid of it too.
Yeah.
It's just
not as great as cold.
Oh god.
Well, it's close.
Well,
I feel like cold air frosts it more. That's why I don't like.
I agree. I use the hot air.
I use the hot air. Yeah.
All right. Well, what?
I think that's actually false, but I can't say for sure, so I won't make fun.
Everything
I agree, but
everything I heard said the cold air is the what'll get, but irrelevant. So now I'm like, what the hell? I'm freaking out. Now, I forgot to mention this part. I did Google the sales guy that helped me with the Jeep, and
known for screwing people on ACs.
Well, not exactly, but I'll read.
I can put a window AC in if you want.
There was a headline. The first thing it came up.
There's a headline?
Yeah.
Sold me red Jeep without AC.
Holy shit. Someone wrote something about this guy that wasn't a Yelp review?
Well, the news
wrote it.
It says
this guy made the news?
Alleged identity thief caught in Rockville Center. Defendant allegedly used 2 fraudulent credit cards to purchase more than $800 of food at a restaurant. Now, this is after I give the guy there's his thing. This is after, I'm showing these guys his mugshot. This is after I give.
He's got his head is the most oddly shaped head I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, it's a mugshot, so it's not his best angle.
Not his best angle.
So this I find this out before I find out that he's
It's in the Rockville Center, New York patch.
Did you look at this?
What?
And then be like, holy shit, that's the guy I just gave.
Well, I found that out after I Googled
This is the guy I just gave my social to.
After I Googled him, and I'm like, oh my god, I gave this guy like 2 of my credit cards and my social security. And
how is he still allowed to work at this place?
I don't know. That's not
Did you
my...
say anything
That's
that
not
matters?
my...
No, that is your place.
It's not a Jeep dealership. It's a front.
No.
Well, that's my point.
There's no Jeep in Pennsylvania.
Like, most companies do background checks, and if somebody is fraudulent with customer information, they shouldn't be working in a customer-driven industry.
Well, I Googled him, and he worked at Toyota before this. He's been in the game for a while.
That's where he gets his information from. All he's got to do is handwrite your social.
When did that happen?
So, this happened on like earlier in the week.
No. When did he get busted?
Oh, I think this was years ago.
Oh, okay.
Years ago.
Well, he's cleaned up his act.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
He's cleaned. This is 2013.
No,
so
trust
he's
me,
cleaned up his act.
He's a changed man, I promise.
And now he just sells confused boys Jeep Wranglers with no AC.
You know what makes me laugh about this whole thing?
What?
Is that one day you may have a kid, and one day that kid is going to want to go get a car, and he's going to think his father can help him get a car. Meanwhile, he's got to skip his father and go right to his grandfather.
Well, because Dad has a car without an
Dad hasn't bought a
2035.
Well, I have a rebuttal for you. I will know because I've experienced it.
But
This
it
is all
doesn't
part
seem
of the
like-
experience.
I have a rebuttal to
You-
both of you. Nobody's gonna be driving cars when B has kids.
That's true.
Yes, they will.
No, they'll people will.
Cars will always be around. I don't believe the flying car thing.
They'll. I
I
think
don't believe the flying car thing either. I think
it'll be
self-driving.
electric cars and stuff.
Oh, really? But you're still going to have to buy that
But you'll have
self-driving
to.
car.
Yeah.
It'll be less.
I think less so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think there's certain things a self-driving car can't do that humans need to do.
I think for now. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
sudden accidents or something that comes out where a sensor goes wrong.
Usually those are human error though.
What do you mean?
Like accidents are usually human
But
error.
it could be a human. But what I'm saying is, how does a car pick up on that self-driving car? Like a
Nothing
person
like that.
running, like a ball comes out in the street, and then the kid comes out right after.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean I don't know. They're supposed to be
Suppose
able to
what
handle
if the
that,
sensor
but
doesn't
yeah.
work?
Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sold on all that either. But
Yeah, I don't trust
I
it.
don't know. I think in our lifetime there will always be cars. I don't
Oh, I think
I
there will always
don't
be
I don't
cars.
think that they'll be replaced. I just I don't know.
You know what?
Maybe
Though?
we're-
Cowboys in the 1800s probably thought horses would never be
Yeah,
replaced.
they're like, why would you not ride your pet?
Yeah. Why would you not ride this horse?
Can you imagine the first people who had cars and like the horse people were like those fucking idiots. Those fucking idiots, bro.
And the horses are like, I guess we're out of a job.
I actually saw a bit. I don't know if it was a comedy bit or what. Something was talking about like horses getting pissed at the cars
Yeah.
for taking their jobs.
Oh God. So
So what happened?
well, I freaked out for a couple days.
Did you call them when you freaked
You're
out?
like,
No.
what the fuck? I want
Why
to
wouldn't
see.
you
I'll tell you
call
what I
right
did.
away?
I convinced myself that this is what I want.
Hey, why'd you guys let this criminal take all my
B,
stuff?
Well, I
the
didn't
more
even.
I learn about you, the more I get frustrated with some of the decisions you make.
Well, I didn't want to, frazzle anybody.
It's your car that you're gonna get stuck with,
Yeah,
and you're gonna have to go through summers without it.
and I figured, maybe worst comes to worst, I buy an AC unit.
Can you do that though?
Of course.
Okay.
You know how much it would probably charge them to put an AC in the
I
car,
googled
That's
it. 1,200.
and that's
Oh, that's it.
and that's worth it to you,
That's
as
with
opposed
labor?
to getting it. How much more would it have
Right,
been
no,
if you
but-
got it in the car? Would it have been more?
No, well, well, I told you, I got a very good price on it.
I don't even trust
Because
that.
it doesn't have an AC.
Yeah, it's not a good price when it doesn't
Yeah,
have
but it doesn't have wheels.
Well, it had wheels,
Just so you know,
but it was so
you got to buy the shell.
Yeah. I got a great price on it. It's an engine block.
I'll tell you, it took me a couple days to tell my dad the news.
Of course.
You call him so quick to help you, but when something goes wrong, it takes 3 days.
Because I knew he
Because
would.
you know he's gonna be like,
He's gonna be like, "I told you to reach or
No,
make sure everything was
no.
correct."
He didn't blame anything
how
on
the
me
fuck
because
doesn't it have an AC?
because it's one of those things where if you don't know, you would never be like, does it have AC?
No, of course.
It's like going
No,
to
you
buy a
can't
car and be
blame
like,
you.
does it have 4 wheels?
You can't blame you, but I would have extensively Googled.
I can't
the
say that
model
because
of
when I
car.
go, I always make sure I want automatics. I want and I make sure I have all that
Right.
stuff.
But I made sure I want bare bones. That's what I said.
And this is
in
why
the
I
Jeep.
blame you.
Okay.
So what ended up
So
happening?
what happened was today I get a call this morning from my friend, Mr. Identity Theft, and he goes, so here's the thing, the Jeep
I ruined your credit.
the Jeep that you wanted is unavailable and you're in debt. I went out to dinner. No, the Jeep that I wanted in Pennsylvania, they backed off the deal. They didn't want to do it. So, and he goes, he's like, the specific one that you want is hard to find. Like, we're having trouble. 6 people, we went through 6 dealerships, we couldn't find it. And so this morning, I talked to him, I'm like, well, I guess I don't have it. But then as of this afternoon, he called me back, and they found my Jeep.
Where?
All right.
It's local. I'll have it tomorrow. It's white. And after all,
Does it have an AC?
it has an AC.
All right.
You lucky motherfucker.
It has an AC, baby. So I will be chilling.
So you never had to tell your father about this whole thing?
Oh, I told my dad. My dad was ready to call the guy like at 9 o'clock last night.
Did you show your dad that he's identity thief?
There's certain things you leave out. I'll tell him that years later. Usually when something I don't want.
Are you still worried about your identity now? Like your social
No,
being
I
in
think
his
he would
hands?
No. I think this guy really turned his life around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I think he's on the right track.
Yeah, right. Now he's a car salesman.
I'm not gonna knock that. A job is a job. I respect anybody who's working.
This
I won't
happened.
make fun of him.
This happened
However.
6 years ago. The guy's been hustling hard for me. He's been trying to get me my Jeep all day.
Because he's gonna feel bad if he,
By the
if
way-
he didn't get you the car you wanted and he
And
stole these. He's like, if I'm gonna steal his credit, I need to at least get him the car.
This
he
guy
wants.
better be in a brand new Jeep.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, maybe.
If there's one thing I am, it's loyal to my clients and their credit card number.
sure. Well, the other thing, when he's been working all day, and when he told me it's white, I was like, I don't know if I like the color. And I was like, I actually had to call my dad and be like, Dad, what do you think about white? And my dad's like, white's nice.
There's
I
certain
kinda like
things
white
that
for
you have to
some-
make a decision on.
Yeah.
I
know.
wouldn't ask my dad if the car.
No.
Because if he likes the color, it may not be the color you
No,
like.
I understand that, but I was like, you know when you get your heart set on something, and
Yes.
then it changes?
Yes.
So that's where I
the
was.
Mets right now.
Yeah, the Mets.
Don't even get me started. I
why
almost
they're just
killed
starting
somebody
tanking
last night.
I just wanted. I talked to
We'll
my
get
for a
into that.
minute.
I talked to my mom and my dad actually, and I'm like, "What do you think about the white?" I'm like, "It'll be here tomorrow, as opposed to ordering a 2020 and
I
coming
feel
in
like
8
you
weeks."
should ask your sister more of this stuff than your parents.
My sister doesn't have good taste in this stuff. I don't
But
think.
she might be able to give call Rubber.
He would know better.
Rubber
But
thinks he knows everything. He would love it if you called him for that.
I called him earlier in the week about a car.
Wow.
He knows his stuff. I trust him.
I actually would too. I love Rubber.
He is. I agree with.
He won't. He's not somebody who'll get screwed by people because he does do his.
He does his
diligence.
job.
As dumb as he is in certain aspects, he's not.
he's-
I wouldn't call him a dumb person per se.
No, he's not. He's not, and he knows his stuff.
He's just an
He's-
idiot.
No,
There is a distinction.
No, it's a big
Yeah.
distinction.
He's definitely somebody I trust to like ask about.
Yeah, I would too.
You know, but
Scary as it is, I would.
no, he's good. He's good with all that stuff. With most stuff, he's good with. So no, he is. He is. So yeah, so I get it tomorrow, hopefully, and I'm waiting for something to fall through. So
I can't wait for it to come with no fucking AC.
no, it has an AC. It has an AC.
Is this one roll up windows?
Yeah. That's
So
the
now
only
if
way
somebody
I want.
pulls up next to you and you want to talk to somebody, like,
Yeah, hold on.
I can't roll it.
How
Oh,
often
sorry.
is that happening? Where some guy's next to me and I have to roll like.
I actually kind of hate. You ever hate when you see someone you know in another car and they beep at you?
Yeah, I don't
hate
want to
that.
talk to
I
them.
actually hate that.
So
Text
that's
me,
fine.
bitch. I can't.
Yeah, no.
No, I like the honk because then they don't know where it's coming from. I like
Yeah, I
watching
hate
people
that.
look.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it's a very specific thing. Not everybody's gonna get the Jeep Wrangler thing, but I love it with the. I love it
Listen,
old school.
I get it that everyone likes it. I'm not knocking the Jeep. I get why people like it. My problem is, why does it need to be so bare bones for it to be cool?
Well, first of all,
that reminds me of some hipster shit where
I'll
like,
tell you why.
A
It's
little
cheap.
bit.
It's
All right,
cheap.
and that's
It's-
and if you led with that,
It's cheap.
I
think
totally
I'd get a bare
understand.
bones car if I had to. Also, just for the
It's
price of
cheaper
it.
and it's
yes, if you can't afford to
Yeah.
get the it's I get that reasoning, but he was making it seem like he likes it bare bones.
well, I do because
You
it's
can't
just-
tell me
I feel
bare
like-
bones is better than souped.
No, I wouldn't
No,
tell
not
you that.
soup, but it's just something about a Jeep Wrangler. It's like it's a specific.
it is
I don't
like
know.
an outdoorsy kind of car.
I just.
So you need to
It's
not
a
you need to
rugged-
roll up your windows.
I don't know. I'm not a.
It's-
I don't know.
that-
You know what I'm saying? Like
I
I
get
don't
what
get
you're
the
saying.
point of that. Like
I
you're not
understand.
cool because you're rolling up your windows.
I understand, but it's not about being.
But if
cool.
you like
I
it,
don't know.
like
It's just what I like. I've said this 15 times. I'm not a car guy, but
What does
for
that have
whatever-
to do with that?
Because
With anything.
Because this is the only thing I like. I've always loved my original
I
Jeep
feel like
Wrangler.
when
I
you
love-
originally had your Jeep Wrangler, they
Yes.
probably didn't even have it in automatic, and you had the roll up, and you liked it, and now that's what you think you
no.
still
what
love.
do you- First of all,
but that could
Jeep
even
Wrangler
if that's
came
true.
out in World War II. So
Yeah.
it won World War II. Jeep Wrangler.
What does that have to do with anything?
That you say it didn't come out with it,
I said with the automatics on the windows, you dick.
manual. Oh.
No, automatic power windows
No,
and
it did.
stuff.
It did.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Well, you listen to me. Whatever.
It had all that.
All right.
But I don't. First of all, it's a lot cheaper.
I
with
get the trust me. You're talking to the king of broke, so I get
Yeah.
doing things because they're cheaper.
and I also like it. It's something.
That's
cool.
what I was just trying to.
It's something cool.
I can't buy that you like roll up windows.
I wouldn't do it in a Honda Civic, but there's something.
All right.
That's fair.
But in a Jeep, it's different. It's sort of.
I don't get. That's what I'm trying to understand is why because it's a Jeep Wrangler, it's got to be roll up.
Well,
For him, I guess.
it's. I guess you have to.
You're not rolling up.
There's something.
I'm just trying to understand.
There's something about a Jeep Wrangler where it's just like it's a fun car. It's like having a Lego car.
You know
Like,
what,
It's
you can
almost not practical. It's
No, it's
almost
not.
a not practical.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's it's bumpy. It's
Yeah.
but it is a fun car. It's a
I
car
get
to
it.
play around with.
Right.
So that's all. That's all.
Alright,
It's
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
and it does have this screen and a backup camera. Like it has some
That's cool.
technology, but whatever. So that was my nightmare with my car this weekend. But it all worked out, right?
It did. It seems.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah,
it worked
man.
out for
Yeah,
you.
well,
Proud
we'll
of you.
see. We'll see
You bought
tomorrow.
your first car.
Yeah, send me a
Yeah.
picture. I want to see what the white looks like.
Oh yeah. Again, and white wasn't my first choice, but it's cool. Whatever. I got the car I wanted.
That's
Yeah.
good, and I'm happy for
Thank
you.
Yeah, no, it's all
But
Congrats.
well, speaking of that, what aggravated me with the Mets, like I was saying, they win 15 out of 16 games.
Right,
Yeah.
Then
they're
they go
killing
on a 3-game losing
Are
streak.
you even surprised? Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, but here's what I'm surprised.
Are they
Yeah.
still in the race though?
They're still in the
Okay.
race. The first 2 games they lost, whatever. I mean, the Braves are the first place team. You're not gonna, they were away. You get it. They lose that
You
game.
kinda wanna
The
be
game at the
50-50
Nationals
up.
was a close game. They already won 2 out of 3, so that loss didn't kill me. Last night, they're down 1-0.
Yeah,
Steven Matz.
really got people going.
Steven Matz. Now, I don't know if you're a baseball guy, but this pitch count is a big thing in baseball.
Yeah.
100 pitches, you take somebody out, or a little more. He's at 79 pitches. He retired 14 batters in a row.
Okay.
Got hit a little hard in the 6th, but he got him out.
Okay. They're up
Normally, they have 2 outs now,
2 outs,
and
okay.
it's the top of the 7th. So
they're up-
so
but
we're
they're
up
up
now.
1-0.
We're
Okay.
no, we're down 1-0. Mets are down 1-0.
Down 1-0.
We're at the plate.
Got it.
There's 2 outs.
Okay.
Pitcher spot comes up.
Right.
Now, this is those decisions where if you send the pitcher out to bat, it's usually because he's going to come out and pitch the next inning.
Right.
Or you take him
Or-
out for a pinch hitter, try and
Right.
get something started with a hitter, and then you go with your new pitcher.
You already have 2 outs though,
Yes,
so maybe don't switch out the.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they let Matz pitch. Hit.
Okay. Cool.
Gets a single. 2 other guys get a hit. They take the lead, 2-1.
Nice.
Takes Matz out with 79 pitches because he ran the bases and he got hit hard
Okay,
in
can I
the
tell
6th.
you this is what bothers me about baseball? I enjoy playoff baseball, and I think it's fun to watch. I like going to games.
Playoff
Yeah.
baseball is so much fun.
I feel like baseball players kind of get a pass on athleticism.
No, they're very athletic.
The
It's
guy
the
ran
only
bases
sport.
and they're taking him
Well,
out.
no,
it's
it's
the only sport where you
Well,
stand
I said the
still
same
for
thing.
3
I don't think
hours.
they because they say it takes out more of the. He's
I don't
already
think- no,
pitched.
here's what-
Here's the thing. He already pitched 79 pitches. His legs, after you run hard around the bases, it takes a little energy out of you. I
Sure.
get it.
You had to run
But
90
you're
feet
rolling
3
right
times.
now, and the Mets need
Yeah.
this game. This is like a must-win
This is a
game.
must-win.
I don't know.
They take him out to a bullpen guy who's been good. He's like the only guy in the bullpen who's been pretty good. But you don't take him out. Whatever. They take him out. They give up 6 runs. They lose 6-4. And now the Mets are
I'm
like,
appalled
it's
that
just-
they take this.
it's
Yeah.
very
Hello?
I just feel
it's like must-win games now.
It's the
And now they're
only
putting more pressure
sport,
on
though,
themselves.
that
You can be fat and be-
athleticism-
yes.
Well, not just you can be fat and be a great player, but it's the only sport they can play basically every day for 3 months.
Yeah, I get it. But
Yeah.
look, just because you can play it every day doesn't mean it's not athleticism. You know how hard it is to hit a ball? A moving ball?
I view it as more of a game.
I mean, you're still running and
Yeah.
catching and running bases.
But yeah.
I mean, I
I
listen.
get where you're coming from.
I don't
For me,
agree
it's
with
like,
you per se. I think
when
out of
hear
all the
shit like
sports,
that,
here's the thing: out of all the sports, it's probably the hardest to be good at. But it probably doesn't take the most
I don't think that's true.
athleticism. Yes, it is.
I don't think that's true. Then why so many?
Batting 300 is a Hall of Famer. I mean,
How
he's
many
hitting
baseball
3 out
players
of 10
have gone over to
pitches.
football?
None.
None. But how many football players have gone over to baseball pretty
Not really.
successfully?
One.
A
Two.
couple of them have gone at
Two.
least played majors. Maybe not been the best.
Jordan
but
only played the majors because he's Michael Jordan. He wasn't good.
There's been a couple
Deion
of
Sanders
those.
and Bo Jackson, the only two who were significantly, and that's just freak athletes.
They were good, yeah.
They were freak athletes.
How many baseball players got in football, though, you know?
Because you don't. Most guys go to baseball
I don't
to
know,
not get hit in the head. I don't know if that's a good reasoning behind it. But to my
Either way.
point, so now I hate Mickey Callaway, who's their manager. I hope he gets fired, and I hope he gets hung on the cross.
I'm glad it just
Wow,
came
that
back for that.
escalated.
I fucking hate him.
Escalated.
If he got fucking, they should send him on a plane and not put not much gas in it,
Hello?
and let the plane go down.
Wow, okay. You can just throw them out. You don't have to waste the plane, bro.
Fuck Mickey Callaway.
You
But
don't
on
have
that
to
note,
waste the plane.
but since B keeps walking in and out on us, I think I'm gonna do my picks while he's not here.
Wait for B for your picks. I actually want to talk to you about a movie.
Okay.
Or a thing with movies.
Shoot.
I feel like when I'm on a plane, I watch a movie more intensely than anywhere else.
Because you're trying to focus so much on the plane that you don't want to get, on the movie that you don't want to think about how long you're sitting on a plane.
Well, and there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
You can't even get up and walk around.
Nothing
You
else.
can't
to
use
do.
your phone.
Yeah, you can't use your phone.
You're forced to really hone in on that.
You have to, right?
Yes. So what movie did you watch?
On the plane, I rewatched a classic.
Was it a
Duncan
classic?
Checks
Did you
In?
watch Dunstan Checks In?
No, Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Oh yeah.
The original?
Yeah. What a shit your pants funny movie.
Oh, that
Yeah.
movie is
Yeah.
hysterical.
Holy fucking
I
shit.
actually loved Harold and Kumar leave Guantanamo Bay.
That's the best.
I
one.
didn't see that one actually.
Dude, that
Oh my
one
God,
might
that's
be
the
the
best
best
one.
one because
Yeah.
the bald cop in that might be the funniest
Fucking
guy
hilarious.
in the
Wow.
whole entire
Oh,
series of movies.
really?
Yeah, you have to watch that one. That's the best one. That one actually make you shit your pants.
Dude, that
Really?
one,
Yeah.
the Guantanamo Bay.
I love the original one. I never.
I thought the Guantanamo Bay one was
that one's
just as good.
definitely better. I think
I
the
might have been
original
funnier.
better.
I would if someone says that I wouldn't be like, no
Yeah.
way. It really might be funnier.
The original one is so
It is
so
fucking
funny.
funny. So for everyone listening, go rewatch those movies. Because I was laughing so I must have looked like a fucking lunatic. I was laughing so hard at this thing.
That's great.
But okay, now that you're back,
Right.
B, I want to do my picks.
Sorry, my
And can I tell you, I have
my
my.
car dealership my guy just called me.
Is that good news or bad
Oh, boy.
news?
Good news. It'll definitely be there tomorrow.
All right, sweet.
Well, what's the best?
I love how we were just talking
Bad
about
news
him.
is
Also in ownership of several condos.
Hey, Princess, I just bought him and his wife dinner.
Did you?
No,
Oh.
you idiot. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out in a month.
So,
Give me the hot picks.
I have my favorite pick I've ever given on the show.
All right, let me hear it.
Okay.
Because of how I want to go into it and describe it. Has anybody watched Serengeti yet? Or heard of
I
Serengeti?
have heard of it.
I've never
but I didn't
heard of
watch
it.
Serengeti. That's the music in it the whole time. There's some ladies singing Serengeti in the background, and it's so catchy. I love it. But that's neither here nor there. It is a new series on Discovery Channel. It's a docu-series. But unlike most
Okay.
like Planet Earths and Animal Planet and things about like Shark Week and things like that, they actually follow like families or specific animals, and it's almost like a soap opera.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
So,
Okay.
the first episode, I just want to do
It's
my
very
little
artistic.
review on it. The first episode is about a thought lion.
A thought lion?
Yeah, it's
That hot,
she's a
okay.
thought.
Yeah.
She left the pride. She gets knocked
Oh,
up.
she's a hoe.
Yeah.
All right.
She gets knocked up by another lion out of the pride. Once she has her
Which is,
kids,
I'm guessing a no-no.
It's a no-no.
Lions. Yeah.
so she has her baby
Outside the pride.
outside the pride. Tries to come back to the pride with her cubs and
What
stuff.
the fuck? I can't.
Almost gets attacked by two of the male lions and is
Goddamn it.
forced out of the pride. Now she has to take care of these babies on her own.
Now, is this happening or is this?
No,
just-
this is legit happening. I'm not
No,
like
I'm not saying
I'm not
you're
making
doing
it.
it.
I'm not making up the
I
story.
know you're not. I'm saying, is this happening or are they just showing
It's a
videos
scripted
of
show.
lions and
No,
there's, like,
because you can tell
a
it's the same
narrator
lion.
being like, and that's what just.
Yeah.
No.
Can you believe she
I
said that?
actually really, and
The
from what
lions
I've
got the
heard,
script the night before. They're like, all right, you're gonna leave the pride and then
But
try
no.
to come back to the pride.
this female lion turns into the biggest underachieving lion the whole episode.
Underachieving?
Underachieving.
What do you mean?
Because lions are supposed to be the king of the fucking jungle.
What do they do all day?
She's going to try and get food for her 3 cubs because now she's not a part of the pride.
She's paying with food stamps.
So she's got to basically take care of her 3 cubs on her own. And now she's driving. She's walking around the fucking driving.
She's driving around.
in a
She's
Jeep
mulling
Wrangler.
around the Serengeti,
Yeah.
mulling around,
Looking.
looking for food, and she's not a good hunter. She's underachieving.
Of course she's
She
not.
kills a couple animals. The hyenas steal one. Another animal steals another. Which I love hyenas after this.
I never liked hyenas.
I never liked hyenas.
I didn't like
either.
them either because
Yeah.
of the Lion King.
And they're laughing.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
so that's like one thing. This is just an underachieving lion. I don't want to get into what happens because other stuff happens towards the end, and it's great.
All right,
Is she
so
still alive?
She's still alive, and 2 episodes in, and she's succeeding. She's getting
this
much
is
What's
better.
her name?
have to
They
watch
named
it.
them?
Callie.
They really named them.
Yeah, the narrator gives them all
Yeah,
names.
They have
The
names.
The other
Under
great
a great
storyline,
lion.
the other great storyline that's going on is the hyena storyline.
Oh.
Now,
do the storylines cross
this
paths?
one, yes, they all
Wow.
cross paths. This is what's great about the show. It was
Wow.
like the Lion King in real life.
Wow. All right.
You know what I'm
liking
saying?
that.
Where
I
it's
heard
an
that new Lion
actual
King
like
sucks,
soap.
but
yeah.
No, but I just mean where it's like a soap opera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Do
they're
the
turning it into
hyenas have names too?
every animal has a name. The hyena's name I think was like Sequoia.
So like does
Yeah.
Sequoia, like would they?
Sequoia stole Callie's that pride. These hyenas that they're following stole Callie's meal.
Wow. Can
It's
you believe this?
dude, it's excellent, and I'm so involved in
Now,
this.
would they
But-
name a thing that gets killed?
Yes. Well, no.
Oh.
Yeah, actually they
Well,
do.
Like
Dude, there's so many plot lines in this, and this is why I'm going so
What are
into it
their
because I
funerals
really
look
want
like?
people to watch it.
Yeah.
It's just a dead carcass being eaten by other animals. Now, the hyenas, the best mother in the world is this hyena mother. So she's got
What's
her
her name?
daughter. I forget the names of the hyenas because they were hard names to pronounce. They were. It was like real weird African
Yeah.
names. I couldn't really pronounce them. So
American name.
yeah, what are these hyenas?
basically, this
Name
one
it
mother, the
Jamie.
daughter of the hyena, is she's trying to teach her hyena, how to survive and take care of her own little.
This is how you
hyenas.
be a hyena.
Yeah, basically,
Guys, we're gonna do hyena
In the
shit
process,
today and tomorrow.
the hyena's daughter gets hurt in a hunt,
Uh-oh.
hurts her leg.
It's a fucking
She's
spider
limping.
Like or some shit.
So some lions come in, not Callie, but some other lions see that the hyena's hurt.
Uh-oh.
The mother, I don't even want to say it, literally lays down her life so the lions don't go after her daughter,
Wow,
who's
that's
limp.
rough.
It was actually pretty nuts and like almost got me choked up.
Oh wow.
The mother
They
lays
must really
down.
pull you in with the narration.
Yeah.
Dude, they do. The mother
Yeah.
lays down, and you just see this lion just destroy her and
And you're
kill
like,
the mother.
all I've ever done for my mother is
And then
give
the
her a
baby's
cooking
sitting there
class.
staring at her mother getting eaten, and now she's the new leader of the pack.
The leader
Oh,
of
wow.
the pack.
That's how this shit works.
Jeez,
now
this
she
actually
takes
sounds
over.
very interesting.
It
Dude,
does sound interesting.
it was
I'm
so
interested
great.
to see how they do the narration and like
And
the
all
music.
hyenas
Yeah,
do,
I feel like that's
is-
what's telling
but
the story.
hyenas just pack hunt and they steal other kills, and I think it's genius.
Hyenas are a gross looking.
They are. They're
disgusting.
gross. They laugh
Yeah.
at you. They
Yeah.
sound like
They're
they're laughing.
disgusting.
They
Like,
laugh
it's
a
like
lot
an
like
evil
you.
laugh. Yeah, it's like
They
they
do.
do.
It's pretty
It's like an
genuine.
evil laugh. But hyenas, they're the real kings of the jungle. No one gives them enough credit.
Wow, you're a hyena man now.
I am a new
I can't wait
hyena.
to get a laughing hyena tattoo.
My favorite storyline
Yeah.
was
That
with the
was-
baboons.
That was it.
No, the baboon one is even
Oh,
better.
man.
Okay,
the
that
baboon.
sounds good.
So there's this male baboon that has his girl basically taken away from him. Like he starts to get into a relationship with a female baboon. They're getting along.
He's taking her out.
And
to
now there's a
Chili's.
new leader of all the baboons. And this guy basically has it out for this other male baboon and keeps on trying to embarrass him. And he basically took his girl.
Wow, it's like real
That's kinda
life.
crazy.
These things.
Yeah. And the girl has a kid, and the male baboon, and you literally see it in his eyes, is like staring at her every chance he gets. Like the other head of the baboons falls asleep. He runs up the tree to hang out with her for a little. And then the baboon wakes up, chases him down the tree. It's like legit.
Oh wow. That's
And what does
pretty
the
cool.
female baboon think of all this?
She, like, they talk
Seems
about how
very,
baboons are. It's
Me
like,
too-ish.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
she wants to see him prove himself to her, to, whatever.
That's what the baboon said.
So wait, no, listen, it gets even better.
I just
So-
think maybe I don't know. You could be trying.
At one
a little
point,
harder.
the male baboon who's trying to prove himself goes and kicks a lion out of their area.
Baby, I
Like,
got a job. I kicked the lion.
He
Come on,
chases
what
the
else do I
lion.
gotta do?
Dude, he chases the lion out. So now, the girl baboon
Yeah.
comes down to him and starts
Oh.
hanging out with him
I
because
see
he
what you
showed
did
his
there.
wits until the big
He
lion,
showed his wits.
until the big baboon who's head of all of them comes in and gets in the way of it. And this baboon just fucks with the other baboon. He puts his ass in his face. Like they do things to like embarrass the other baboon. It's nuts.
Really?
At the end of the episode, the girl, the female baboon that he's hitting on, gets killed by a python. Serengeti is raw footage. Anybody can die in any second. It is the best show ever.
Now this is on Bravo, right?
No, this is on Discovery Go.
Sounds like Bravo.
So now the python.
Andy Cohen's doing it after.
now the python.
Python.
The python kills the
Are you
female.
using this to get dating tips?
No. So it kills this female baboon.
Embarrass the other baboon.
All the other baboons are trying to get the python off of it. They're all trying to get the python off of it.
Yeah.
And it can't. They can't. So boom, she's done. So now the male baboon that was obsessed with her is just sitting there,
He's
staring
sad.
at her while they all leave. Her little baby baboon has got no mother now. He takes care of the baby baboon.
Oh, he really loved her.
He takes the little kid, which is not normal in baboons because he's a male and he can't really give it milk and do all this shit. And now he's taking care of it. The whole second episode is basically how he's an inept father, but he's trying.
They should do a
Dude,
spin-off with the baboon.
The second
being a
episode,
single
all
dad.
these stories. I know everyone's gonna say I told too much of this storyline. I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't think you've told enough.
I wanted to review this so bad because it was mind-boggling how these animals work,
Gets bit by a
and it's more
python.
drama than watching the fucking Kardashians.
Yeah, it sounds like.
So the second episode, it just adds on to all of
the
these.
Kardashians get an anaconda.
No, it just adds on to all these plots.
The second episode, it adds on.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying it's not like it starts from scratch.
Oh, it adds on, huh?
It just continues with these plots, and it's just so good. And I recommend everybody watches Serengeti, if not for the plot and the drama, just because it's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh, okay.
No, just animals.
No, I like
and
that.
seeing that. It's so.
No,
cool.
it sounds great.
So it's my new favorite like Discovery type show, and I recommend everybody see it. It's on Sunday nights on Discovery. Episode 3 comes this Sunday.
I'm definitely gonna watch that.
And the music is great. And when you listen to it,
Can you sing it?
You can. I'm gonna, because I've been singing it and sending it to my friends in the voice messages.
Yeah.
Serengeti.
You know what though? You got some pipes on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, he's got a little. Is it called vibrato? Or he's got like,
Whatever it is,
Whatever.
but it's the best. I love it. So
Yeah,
that's
I
my
like it,
first
man.
pick.
All right.
And I told you this was my. I couldn't wait to give this review. Some thought lions, underachieving lion, just a lot of drama, real life drama. It's things that go on with.
No, we
humans.
got it, man. Go on to the next
You
one.
fucking love this
I
show,
do.
huh?
My next pick is Colin Quinn's Red State, Blue State
Love it,
Netflix
yeah.
stand-up.
We're actually
He
talking
happened to
about
be
this
there
the other night.
live, and my cousin was there
Yeah.
live as well, I found out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the taping you.
I didn't go to
And
the live
funny
taping.
story about Colin Quinn, he's married to my cousins and my godparents' cousin. It's like niece or something. It's like, not like my direct family, but
Yeah.
family outside, family, whatever. He's married in. So
Nice.
I'm somewhat related to Colin
Yeah,
Quinn.
well, there you are.
But
Sounds
no,
You're
his
somewhat
new
related to that
stand-up
baboon you were
special.
talking about.
If you like Colin Quinn already, you're gonna love
One of the
special.
greatest of all time.
He really
It
is,
was really
and
good.
I think this was his most well done, well scripted.
I love the way it was shot.
I think it was amazing how he did it and how he wrote it, especially in today's day and what's going on.
Yeah.
It was, he bashes both sides
Took
of
a
the
couple
political
risks.
system.
He's a real.
great,
He did a lot of risks. His 50 state bit at the end I thought was hysterical.
genius.
Brilliant.
Colin
It's really
Quinn is-
brilliant.
And
He's
I loved it so much. I had my parents go and watch it, and my father even came to me and he said, like, he's a smart guy. That was like a really funny special. Like, it wasn't just stupid jokes. It was like deep joke. It was really good.
It was.
I love the New York story too. That was so good.
Oh,
Yeah. The whole.
Colin
thing
Quinn's
was
hysterical. That's what I'm saying. If you like him
Really
already,
I
it's just
love-
another great thing by him.
I love
It-
what he's doing with like the one man shows. They're
Well,
not
that's the thing. I
really
don't.
stand
I
up
wouldn't call it a
specials.
stand-up.
Well, that
special,
was.
but
I mean,
really liked
that's
it.
not considered a stand-up special.
Well, they're considered one man shows. He does he does it in a. He's
I guess
known-
the format is.
yeah,
Yeah.
He does it in a different
It's-
format.
I just
Yeah,
thought it
which
was
is great.
so clever, and I think in today's world where all these comedians are it's just Trump jokes,
Yeah.
and they're all bashing one side.
Yeah.
It was
He hit both
beautiful
sides
to
equally.
see him come in as like a neutral person and just basically bash everything.
And it was just. So
And it was clever. It was
Yeah.
done well.
It was
He's-
done really well.
I can't say
Setup
enough about
was
that
so
guy.
good.
That's what I was
is
gonna say.
just-
His
Yeah.
setups were
Setup was
excellent, and then when he I loved it. It was an hour, and
Yeah.
it was one of my favorite stand-ups I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
The other one, I had a bunch of stuff I watched this week that I really liked, but the one I'm gonna go with is the Free Meek docu-series on Amazon Prime. It's about the rapper Meek Mills and how he's in this like ridiculous.
I noticed you're
He's
erasing.
basically once I do him, I erase
You
him.
erase it right on the spot.
Yeah, so I don't forget. I forget things.
You have it in your phone and it's there, and you erase it right away.
Anyway, so
Free Meek.
Free Meek. It's basically about Meek Mill. Anybody who doesn't know, he's a rapper who was in jail, just recently got out. He's on probation, but it's just a really crazy story about how he got arrested, how much trouble he got in, and the crazy mess that he's in with the judicial system right now. And it was just done really well, and he's getting screwed.
Okay.
I don't want to get into it too much. I mean, he probably should have did a little time.
You didn't get into it at all.
Well, because I don't. It's go and watch it.
That's fair.
It's something. Just go and watch it.
I would check that
It's
out.
5 episodes. It's really done well. It's a short
doc-
series, but it's like 40-minute episodes. They're not like hour.
And this is on.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
The judge in his case is a piece of shit. It's
Yeah.
not even the cops
to
and
see
stuff
that,
at this
yeah.
point. Like the DA wanted him to be done with his like charges and everything, and the judge like crazily
Judge was like,
went against
nah.
everybody.
Okay.
And it's like really seems like she has an axe to grind with this guy. I'm not saying he's innocent, like he messed up, but the punishments that he's going through and the
Not
never
fitting the crime.
ending probation that he's been on, it's crazy. It's just a really interesting story. And I suggest people go see it. So
All
those
right.
are my 3 picks.
I like it. Those I like those picks.
Yeah, I felt good this week. I watched a lot of good stuff, and I have some more good ones. that
We're
are
still
coming.
waiting for your
All
Disney.
right. We're
I
waiting on
have
the
Disney movies that I was explaining to them. I wanted to pick the
studying.
3 Disney movies that I hate the most, and I wanted to explain why I hate them.
It's been about
Which
3
movies did
episodes.
you watch, by the
Yeah.
way? You said you did.
I watched one. I don't want to say anything yet.
You don't want to say-
I don't
okay.
want to say
Alright.
anything.
Fair enough.
But
You think next week?
I
or
have
another.
No, I think by episode 170.
no. The problem is I don't
You
want to watch
remember
these
those
movies
Disney
again,
picks?
and I'm forcing myself to watch an hour and a half terrible Disney movie that I already don't like,
Right.
just so I could do the reviews. And I've had so much stuff come on that I've wanted to watch that
It's just not
I'm
fitting.
trying to fit it in, and there's no rush for me to do this. So I will. I'm about a third of the way done. Eventually, I will have my picks on Disney.
All right.
But I might try and do something else that's not as time consuming beforehand to spice up my picks.
Guys,
Spice
can
them
I
up,
pivot
baby.
for 1 second?
Yeah, go on.
No.
I'm done with my picks. I'm
Sorry,
done.
no.
I'm done for
Yeah.
this episode.
You're not done.
I know,
Because
Joe.
we got a listener question
Oh,
Yes.
that is right.
on Instagram
Yes.
from a Better Today Media asks us, who killed Jeffrey Epstein?
Who did kill Jeffrey Epstein?
This is such a crazy.
It's a crazy story.
And now I'm already going to come off the bat and say I don't know entirely as much about what's going on as I would have liked to. I do know he was
It's a crazy
financial
situation,
uh,
He was like a I don't know,
finance
some
guy
finance
who
yeah.
had something to do with the
A
Clintons.
financial pedophile or
He
something?
was a financial pedophile.
But that's what I'm saying. He was like a guy in
Okay.
finance, and he was like a
You
sex.
guys don't think that he killed himself, right?
No,
I don't.
I
Yeah,
think
I don't either.
I don't buy
if
that
I was
for a
to,
second.
from what I've seen, the Clintons remind me of House of Cards,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
feel like the Clintons have a couple kills under their
Well,
belt, and they
I
are
would say
probably responsible for
so.
it.
And I think I would broaden it though to say that they weren't the only people fucking people on his island. I think a lot of rich people.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
going
think
to this
he's dealing
guy.
with so many powerful
that
people.
somebody
I don't
had it
think-
done.
I don't necessarily think it was the Clintons per se. It could have been.
I just like saying them because the House of Cards, that family reminds me of
They're
so much.
totally based on the Clintons.
It is.
They have
I don't
to.
care what anybody
Yeah,
says.
yeah,
That
they have
show
to.
was loosely based
yeah.
on the Clintons.
But he's so many powerful.
There's so
people.
many powerful people.
I
that
don't know
deal with
enough
that.
about it. I just know that it was a bunch of power. So what was it? He was on an island.
So he had like an
He had an island that he basically
Yeah,
poured out.
it had like
fucking-
a cute name, like they called it Pedophile Island. It was a
Is that true?
yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I don't know anything
I
about
think
it.
they're calling it that now. I don't.
No, it
they
was
call that
the locals called it Pedophile
Oh, the
Island.
locals
Oh, I
called
thought,
it.
like-
And that's because he brought
No, it
young.
wasn't on the map. It's
He
like,
brought
yeah, you
young
make it right
girls.
past
What
Pedophile
did he
Island.
do?
See
He
the
brought young
McDonald's.
girls there
He
to
brought
get
young
basically
girls
banged by
there
powerful
by
men.
Powerful men, yeah.
Yeah. I wish there was
Yeah.
a. No, I shouldn't.
Like I knew the basis of it, and I know kind of who was involved. I mean, Mike, I don't think he
But
killed
we
himself.
all agree he didn't kill him.
Yeah, he definitely didn't kill
No.
himself.
And I think
Like-
the autopsy came out today.
And he had like some crazy broken
Didn't they
bones.
even say it didn't even look like him on the gurney getting taken out?
Well, so
Or
there's
something
another
along
theory
that?
out there
That he's
I
not
don't know
dead,
if I
right?
believe that he's
Yeah, I
not
can't get
dead,
into all that
that
stuff
he,
though.
he
I don't know.
basically bought his way out of it. Like this was kind of like
Who the
a
hell
setup
knows?
I
to be
think the
like-
thing that seems the closest to the truth is that he was killed
I
by
think somebody got killed.
powerful people that
But the autopsy
are
came out
enough
today.
people away from the murder. Like, you know what I mean? There's like so much removed
There's
from
enough
it.
money that somebody doesn't want in the state. Well, he was about to testify, right?
Well,
He was-
yeah, that's
he
the,
was- he was
he was about to
waiting
blow
to
up
try,
yeah.
blow the lid on somebody, and
Yeah.
that's why I think it was the Clintons because they have the most to lose. I think at this point. Well, I guess that's not true.
I
No, I was just gonna say any
I don't
powerful
know, yeah.
person has a lot.
I think that's just the,
I feel like they're
the
on the
big
way
name
out.
we all know.
I think that's the big name. I feel like they're out. You know,
yeah,
they're not controlling shit anymore.
No, I
They-
know. That's, yeah.
that's like the big name and the easy thing. But
I'm glad you remembered that. I forgot that we had that question.
Yeah. Well, it's been interesting to
Yeah.
me.
it is.
It's super
It
interesting.
really is crazy.
There's gonna be a movie about it eventually, and hopefully the
Oh,
movie is
hell yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know enough
Because if
about
someone
it.
did kill him, and they definitely did, it was very sloppy.
By the way,
Well,
did
that's
you
what I'm
see?
saying. You seem to know more about this
It
than I
was-
do. So
Did you
what
see
happened?
the guard?
Like,
The guard looked like he was
So
jacked.
basically, he had he tried to kill himself like a couple weeks ago,
Right.
and this is some conspiracy website said this shit, but apparently he said someone tried to kill him. I don't know if that's legit.
that's probably true.
Yeah, but I don't know if he actually said that. You know, that's
Would you? Here's my
But
thing.
anyway,
All right,
so he does that. They put him on suicide watch and like the super maximum security.
that's what I'm saying. Wasn't he in a cell or
Yeah.
something?
But they
He had
took
a
him off
cellmate.
suicide watch.
The cellmate was an ex-police officer, I believe, right?
It's an inside job.
Supposed to watch him. The night that he committed suicide, the day before, the cellmate left, and nobody knows why. And then he was supposed to be checked on like every 30 minutes. And the night that he committed suicide, he wasn't
Nobody
checked on for
checked
like
on
5
him.
hours.
It's interesting.
It's because he got killed.
Yeah.
And it was an
So
inside
that's
job.
the story.
Somebody who has enough power to get into the police.
Yeah.
Holding
Yeah, that's
and-
the story.
But
Crazy.
my thing is, like, I heard the people were talking about it at work. I had no, and they're like, "You have no idea what's going on." I said, "I honestly haven't read the news. Really, I don't read the news that much.
Right.
I kind of, when I go to news, I look for something that I'm looking for. It's
Right.
not like, let's see what's going on today." So I had no idea what was going on, and then as I was hearing them talking, I kind of got my information secondary. But from what I gathered, it seemed like it was anything but a suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think what the autopsy said, like he had broken bones in his neck that could be with suicide. It's seen in suicide, but more common in strangulation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that. I mean, so
That's what I read too.
who knows? It's a very odd thing, and I don't
Super
think
strange.
we'll ever get the story. I
Yeah,
think
and
it's
you'll never get the story unless somebody else blows a whistle.
Yeah,
That's
It's one
the
of those
issue.
like so out in the open.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that bothers
It's like
me.
when a conspiracy becomes so obvious.
Yeah.
Is
You're
this
like-
this
But then
world-
the conspiracy theorists go completely
Well, then the
insane.
Well, that's the
Conspiracy,
problem.
yeah.
Is conspiracy theorists go so far
They go
over the
too
top
crazy.
that people don't want to believe them. But when they do bring things up that do make sense and are very plausible, it's hard to believe them
Well,
because they
it's
throw
like that-
conspiracies
it's
out
that,
with everything. It's the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, well, it's also the idea of like the plan. Like they're an agent of this. What do they call them? An agent of disinformation or something like
Yeah.
that. Where it's like David Icke. This was always the rumor around David Icke. He said a lot of shit that ended up being true and made a lot of sense. But then he's like, and they're reptiles. And so it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like you can't believe anything he
Well,
said.
that's
now.
like, dude, I've told you guys how I'm obsessed with the 60s and the JFK assassination and RFK and MLK.
That's another crazy.
all that stuff. I love that decade as far as the politics in that time, like the wars. Like I'm engulfed in that whole time of history, and I've seen so much on the JFK assassination that I like to think I'm pretty educated on what happened that day. In the sense that I know a lot of the different things.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying I
You
know
know the
what
fact,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah, but I know, like, if you want to talk about it, I could have an intelligent conversation about that day. But I saw one theory that was so absurd. It's like almost known that it was definitely some sort of conspiracy, but it was probably a mixture of the government, the mob, and
Everyone hated that.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a very well hated. Like
He was-
the history portrays him as like this beloved person. He was,
Well,
but he
the people
wasn't.
liked him. It's
Certain people liked
but
him.
the
Minorities and Democrats loved him. Everybody else despised
he
him.
was hated by he didn't want to go to war.
yeah,
Like,
he was hated by the government, by the military,
by the
like,
mob. He made deals with the mob. and went back on
conservatives, the
them.
mob. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who disliked him. But I saw one conspiracy that actually had the balls at the end of it to come to the conclusion that The first shot happened from Lee Harvey, and whatever happened with his shots happened. But the kill shot that blew his head off came from a Secret Service agent who, when the car gassed, because one of the guys did have an AK or some sort of rifle on the scene in the back, with it out, that he fell back and shot, and he's the one who killed JFK. Like, it was an accident shot by the Secret Service. It was one of the most.
That's a weird one.
It was the most far-fetched one I've seen, next to the one that said the driver of his actual car did it.
That's another one that, yeah.
It's just those two were so not feasible that.
Definitely.
And that's what
multiple
makes the
shooters.
conspiracy theorists so
Well, they go
unbelievable
too
on a
far.
lot of things. They
Yeah.
go too far with
Right.
things, and that's really.
And they also
that was
don't
my
allow
point.
for coincidence. They also.
They don't allow. Some things are coincidence.
And some things, like every mass shooting is a conspiracy theory. It's not possible that some crazy guy with a gun shot people.
Don't even
Right.
get me started on that.
You know what I
All
mean?
the one that Sandy Hook that was like.
Every mass
it's not.
shooting is
You
a
know how many
conspiracy.
people have
Can
to
you
be
imagine being one
involved?
of the parents and having...
And someone tell you it didn't
Yeah,
happen?
it didn't
Yeah.
happen? Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just gross.
And that's why people.
That's where the conspiracy
I am
That's what it
into
is.
conspiracy theorists. I have a very hard time believing most.
Yeah. I like to
Yeah.
listen to them. I mean, it's...
I listen to a couple
Because
some
I
of
think
it's
they're
interesting.
interesting, and I like sometimes it brings up facts
Some of
and
them are
things are
great.
food
Some
for
of them are
thought.
just
Yeah. Some of it just make you sick.
Like you see the one with the
and-
moon landing. It's like we've been there 6 times.
Yeah.
Russia wasn't even close. They weren't even close to getting
Yeah.
to the moon. They sent one guy up, barely got him up and down, and they think we faked it just to beat. Like, yeah, we needed to beat them, and we
Yeah.
wanted to do it before the end of the
See, with
decade.
that one, I'm 50-50 on. We definitely landed on the moon.
You don't think
they
the
faked
first one?
Footage. I think they couldn't shoot the footage up there, and I think that they messed around with the footage.
You know what? I mean,
I think they shot the footage in a sound studio, but I think they definitely went to the moon. I mean, we've
See,
been
I-
there
and
It's
six times.
possible. I don't know.
I don't even
think
agree
they
with
went
that.
there. I don't know.
I think they went there, and then we
Oh,
went
I
there
definitely
6
think
times.
they went there.
And I think if you had the technology to get there, all they did was put a, like, it wasn't like the footage
That
was
is
great.
true. You have
Well,
the
it's
technology
the-
to get
The-
there.
The
it's
footage wasn't
film-
great.
It's the film going through radiation belts.
Yeah.
Back when they were using film.
Okay.
What do you? Oh, that it couldn't come back.
It would have been scrambled and destroyed through the radiation belt. That's the
But
argument.
wasn't it live feed? The moon landing was a live
Well,
feed
that's
with a
another
camera.
thing. How the fuck are you doing live feed before Wi-Fi?
Because you don't need
From the
Wi-Fi to
moon.
do live feeds.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I don't understand the
yeah,
technology of it.
the argument I've heard is that wouldn't have been possible. But I still think we went to the moon. And we went 6 times. I just think some of the footage was
I
fake.
can't imagine it wouldn't have been possible.
And then
Even back then, though, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. We have
This is
satellites
NASA.
still.
NASA. I said
NASA.
Yeah, I said NASA. I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
This
over
is NASA.
Yeah, I think we got to
I'm
cut this
fading.
episode
Yes.
before B falls asleep.
here.
If you made it this far,
If you made it this far.
Yeah,
This is
thanks,
good.
guys.
do you have anything coming up?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
everybody.
can I just promote a couple shows?
While you're bringing it up, I do want to say review us on the the Purple iTunes app. Review us, please. We love your reviews. Send in questions, things that you want us to talk about on our website, adultbabyshow.com. There's also a place that you can email us on
Yeah,
that.
there's a contact slip on there. If you have any suggestions for us, you want us to do like an episode about something?
Yeah,
That'd
we're
be
actually
cool.
trying to be open to more
Yeah.
suggestions, even though we don't get many emails from you guys and
Yeah,
stuff.
let us know.
We would enjoy it. The
Yeah,
few that we
shoot
do
us an
get, you
email or
see that we
text.
do
Most of
like
you have our
talking
phone
about it.
number.
Yeah, if you have our numbers, text us. But yeah, just review us. B, it's your show.
Okay, on Monday, August 19th, you guys won't even go to. This is in Staten Island. I'll be at Trackside Tavern.
Yeah, that's
As I'm saying this, I'm like, why nobody's gonna go to this?
Yeah, that's
Or the Fifth Borough Comedy Festival, and on this Wednesday, the 21st, I think it is. Is it 21st?
Yes. Sure. Yeah, yes. It is.
Yeah, this Wednesday, we're starting back up at QED in Astoria.
Nice.
Our shows are now back in. We moved them from Sunday to Wednesday. We'll hopefully get a little better than
Awesome.
that Sunday night. So, yeah, if you guys want to come out, I know a few people that know Astoria well. Rob McCaffrey, I'm talking to you. Come out to Astoria.
Rob, happy belated birthday.
Happy
His
birthday,
was
Rob.
yesterday.
Rob.
Yeah,
Happy
it's good to see
birthday.
Rob.
So guys, thanks for listening this long.
All right, guys, thanks.
See you later.
Yeah.
Goodbye.